Tell me, how do you see yourselves?
ESPN, baby.
That reminds me, Mr. Battle. Mr. Gessick tells me he doesn't see you in his classroom very often.
Yeah, we cool though, me and him. Mr. Jessic is a big basketball fan.
Mm-hmm. Well, as of now, you're suspended. Well, you can practice, but you can't play until Mr. Gessick tells me you're caught up in his class. And that's a shout out to the rest of you. You signed a contract. You made a commitment. Now have your schedules, and I'll be getting reports from your teachers. If you don't perform in the classroom, you will not play.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Sit down, Mr. Battle. All right, that's 500 push-ups.
And this is bullshit. We won those games, not you.
That's 1,000 push-ups for Mr. Battle, Clyde. You want to try for 2,000? Young man, choice you're making if you walk out that door. To the baseline.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? This is B Drizzle of the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Welcome to the #1 LA Clipper podcast out there. We want to first give you guys a shout out, LA Clipper fan, LA Clipper Nations, for being here. Share this podcast with your family and friends. They will not be disappointed, but let's get it popping.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers to throw away. Hustle the overweight. That's why they follow me, They think I know the way. Cause I took control of things. Ballin' the solo way. And if you pattern my trend, I make you my protege. Crossing that soldier race. Niggas don't know them days. Take you in back of the buildings. Make you expose your rage. Take you across the tracks. Make you explode the face. Now you official now. But you got a soul to say. I just been cooking that new. I'm about to drop in the few. Think if I call it the great, the people gon' call it the truth. I ain't really trip on the credit. I just paid all of my dues. I just respected the game. Now my name all in the news. Tripping on all of my moves. Quote me on this, got a lot more to prove. Remember I came in this bitch, fresh out the county with nothing to lose.
For nothing, no. On the ground, you. But I don't do this shit for nothing. No, not at all. You. But my money ring, that you do. Oh yeah. So I don't do this shit for nothing.
Rolling up some good, going up till we get faded. You know how we do it. Everybody take a flex on me. I got the keys to the city. I don't need no limousine. I turn up when I pull up and tell my booking agent book a show. Running around with the paper bag, running around with the paper bag. Going crazy spending all this cash. Going crazy spending all this cash. If I spend it, I'ma get it back. Even when I ride around dirty, a nigga don't need a seatbelt. A nigga don't need a seatbelt. Nah, it don't cost to keep it real. Run up, get done up. Shit can get real. Fuck around and get your ass rocked. Nigga, fuck around and take your shit. Got you asking God why. Drag your ass into an alley. Pull out aim for the target. Should've never been around the killers. In my town, we the fucking realest. No cheddar bobs round here. I get the spray and they gon' get down. Ski mask over my face. Catch a body in broad day. Catch a body in broad day.
I got the key to the city. I got a hold of Shadiddy. Talk to that bitch in Swahili. Tattoo my name in graffiti. Whack out your hood in graffiti. Come through your hood on the weekly. None of y'all niggas can't see me. None of y'all niggas can't see me. Y'all ain't got nothing like this over there. Bunch of frontline millionaires. Bunch of self-made at the Trump pay. Guess the odds really took it there. Any problem, I'ma reappear. With a squad you already fear. All this time I've been playing fair. 7 digits every single year. Niggas die, niggas disappear. Alibis, I was really there. Life a crime till I get the chair. Columbine in my trigger hair. Still I rise and I took the stairs. Feel a fire, it's a different glare. All these fights, it was never fair. Busting knuckles, still I'm swinging fears. Taste the salt inside my dripping tears. You should know I never had a fear. You should know I never had a shot, never had a chance till I took it here. Man, it's proud, but I see it clear. Strategize, I'm an engineer. Pick a side, gotta keep it there. Switching up, nigga, looking weird. I got the key to the city. I got a hold of Sadiddy. Talk to that bitch in Swahili. Tattoo my name in graffiti. Whack out your hood in graffiti. Come through your hood on the weekly. None of y'all niggas can't see me. None of y'all niggas can't see me.
Woo! What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull-Up Show. I'm your host, BJ Matthews, a.k.a. B. Just before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull-Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe to all of our YouTube videos. Hit the like button, y'all come in here. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, right before you enter this house. Hit the share, subscribe, hit the Cash App right below, $, BJ Matthews, $, BJ Matthews for all this great content and all the support that y'all give to us. Definitely appreciate that. As well as you go to our super stickers and super comment button right below that says thanks. If you guys have a comment you want to drop into the chat box, please do not be shy. Make sure you guys continuously support the Pull-Up Basketball Podcast, the #1 Clipper podcast out there, as well as the last thing, make sure you get your membership badges that are available. We have 3 different options: the Pull-Up badge, the Clipper badge, and the interview badge. Shout out to the people that's already been subscribed to our membership badges. Alan NG, definitely appreciate you being a member of the Pull-Up Basketball Podcast. That's the last person that's, signed up. You guys do not want to miss out. We have a contest coming up, I think, next weekend for all of our members. So make sure you guys, if you guys are not a member, please, you do not want to miss out. What's something else I'm missing? Also, my Patreon page is up and running. I just started off with my Kobe Bryant series. If you guys want to have a chance to actually see what I have on my deeper topics, make sure you go follow my Patreon page, the B Jizzle Show. I'll have that up, different episodes. I also will be talking about the Draymond Green situation on that page. So make sure you guys go and follow that on my Patreon page if you guys have not. But that's all the announcements I have right now. Let's get into some of the comments real quick and talk about the game last night, this crazy game on the road for the Clippers. Let's see. LeBron Legacy Podcast. Sorry you don't coach a team or play in the league. I'll go with Tyronn Lue, the coach of the team's opinion. I appreciate you. Shout out to all my haters in the chat too. Love y'all. I need y'all to keep me motivated. Thomas Talent, my man Sean said, Ty Lue, listen to the Pull-Up Podcast. I see change Kawhi's substitution patterns. You welcome, Ty. Listen to your daddy. You'll be fine, coach. Shout out to the realist. He said, salute BJ and chat. I hope that the cat is that was said. I was crazy for saying we need to play Kawhi the whole fourth quarter, but instead bring him earlier in the fourth. Shows up today. Yes, sir. Kawhi Leonard did not sit out the full 6 minutes. He shot out, I think, 3 minutes at the 9-minute mark, which was a great idea. And the Clippers were able to hold on to the win last night. Salute to my man, Andre 76, Philadelphia 76er content creator. Go and follow my man, Andre 76. This is his page right here on YouTube. DFJ Hoops. Go and follow that man. Great content over there. He's a Philadelphia 76er fan. But his comment reads, let me see what it reads. Hold on. He said Steve Ballmer paid the officials to not call any fouls at the end. That's what they always say when they lose, right? Shout out to my man Tune In Sports. Go and follow my man. He said the Sixers were robbed. Okay, Cavs fan. I thought you was a content creator for the Cavs, but I guess you were rolling with the Sixers. All right, I see you, brother. Fellas, what he said in the wire, put the word out, we back up. LOL. Yes, sir. Mirror. He said, better keep up the performance. I don't want to see bullshit Clippers version of our team anymore. All right, we got Orlando tomorrow. Very tough game against Orlando. Let's go to a few more comments and we'll get up off here. Let's see. Shout out to, I'm trying to find a good one. Oh, yeah. Corey Gear 5, he said, I thought Kawhi and PG were washed. Yeah. Got a lot of idiots out there who think that. So, yeah. Shout out to my man, Joe Neil Santana. Salute, BJ. Did it is that? Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming in, my brother. Hey, but yeah, let's get into it, man. Let's get into the, comment section. He said, did you see the 2-minute report saying Kawhi that PG fouled Kelly Oubre? I actually didn't see that, but I believe, that's actually something that might be said after the game. But we're going to get into it right now. All right, so we got 35 people. Let's get these likes up over 35 likes. Let's get these likes up as y'all come in. So let's get into something right now. Let's get into the game. Let's talk about, what happened last night, what's prevailed. But before I get started, I want to first say something. The clip that y'all saw was literally something that from a video called Coach Carter. And if you guys have not seen Coach Carter, you guys are not really basketball fanatics. So let me explain to what Coach Carter actually is. Coach Carter is a basketball movie, that took place in I think Oakland. It's a hood classic, you know what I mean? And it talks about a full basketball team in the inner city of Oakland called Richmond. And they got Coach Carter, which is Samuel Jackson, as their coach to coach them as a team. And basically, that scene that y'all saw, the team was actually doing really well in the season. And the guy that slammed the ball was their star player, Junior Battle. And he yelled out, "We won those games, not you." That's a clip I talked about the other day that I wanted to play in this show because I feel like that's going to circulate on the subject at hand surrounding this subject. You guys know I like to use analogies when I speak about certain things. So that was the whole point of that mini clip. But let's get into last night's game between the Sixers and the Clippers. The Clippers were able to prevail. Let me go ahead and pull up the score and the stats and all that good stuff. Let me pull this up because I know a lot of people have a lot of opinions for it. So the Clippers were able to prevail 108-107 last night off a crazy ending with a lot of defense, a lot of offense. Spectacular plays towards the end. So we got a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss. So first thing was first, the return of James Harden was last night as well. And, he had a pretty solid performance coming back to, the city of brotherly love. The Clippers moved to 45-27, while the 76ers dropped to 39-34. They are in the play-in situation, I think, in the 8th spot. We're 23-14 on the road. They're 21-16 at home. Of course, without Joel Embiid, they are fighting to get into that playoff picture. So let's get into some of the, team stats and some of the individual stats. You know what I'm saying? Let's go into some, the actual real stats between these two teams. Pull this up real quick. Y'all know I'm bad with the technology. So, all right. So let's kind of go through it really briefly. I don't want to spend too much time on the statistics, but obviously you guys can see it was more of a defensive game than an offensive game. Off the shooting percentages from the field, from the three, we both shot under 50% from the field. We both shot under 40% from the three. We shot under 85% from the line, both teams. So this was a defensive game. 108-107 is not really a high-scoring game in this NBA. So that's a good thing. That means that we're actually locking on the defensive end. Rebounds went to them 51-43. 11-10. Offense went to us 32-41. Defense went to them, which is actually a good thing that we got more of the offensive second chance opportunities. So I just think, gave us the, opportunity, stay into the game. Assists 28-17 went to us. Steals went to them. Went to us 8-3. Blocks went to them 5-11. Total turnovers went to them to us 8-12. We stay under that 10 minute mark, a 10 turnover mark, under 10 turnovers. Fouls went to them 16-18. Largest lead was us. We had 1 to their 15, which was obviously the big chunk of the game, getting the largest lead, which is 1 point. So in a nutshell, like I said, this was a defensive game, not an offensive game. We did not shoot the ball good, but we did get those second chance opportunities. We did make the plays down the stretch, getting back on defense, helping recovering, and just basically just competing. And that's how we was able to edge that game out, which is a very, very, very big win. Let's go into the box score. We go into the box score. Y'all kind of see what's going on with the box score. All right, so if I look at, the main objectives of the box score, I don't want to go into every single play. I'm going to kind of go into like the more important things in the stat sheet. So the Sixers, they got well-rounded scoring, with their starters, and they got a guy off the bench named Buddy Hield who had 17 points, hit a huge three towards the very last minute of the game where he had a 3-point shot in Kawhi's face. But we were able to prevail with an and one, which Kawhi did towards the end of the fourth quarter. So it all worked out how it's supposed to work out, just off, defense and competing. But Buddy Hield was very big for them. 17 points, 7-11 from the field, 3 for 7 from the 3-point line. Hit some big shots. That's what they signed him for. Nicholas Batum, former Clipper, was a person that Nick Nurse really trusted in, especially towards the end of the game. 28 minutes, he had some 3-point shots in the second half, and I think in the third quarter in the corner shot. Very high IQ player as well. Did a very high IQ play at the very end, which I want to talk about in a minute. But definitely shout out to Nicholas Batum, man, for making that game every bit more competitive. If you look at the starting lineup, not too much production from Kyle Lowry. He did play 22 minutes, but not too much production from him. Tobias Harris, we kind of kept him under control. He was efficient from the field, but he had only under 20 points. That was the big deal. We did not want to see multiple guys in 20 points. We didn't want to see Cameron Payne. We didn't want to see Kelly Oubre. We didn't want to see Tobias Harris all over 20 points. We kept them below that. So that was a great thing to see. And, yeah, Tobias kind of was, a little under control. They had some production from Mo Bamba as their big man, 11 rebounds, second chance opportunities, efficient from the field, 12 points, 5 for 8 from the field. I thought he did a good job of, going head to head with Zubac. He only played 19 minutes. So, that was a big, piece to them, staying into the game. The Sixers, basically, Oubre, Mo Bamba, Lowry are all those guys that's going to get second chance opportunities. You got to keep off the boards. That's what they do for the most part. So shout out to them for that. And Oubre, 38 minutes, did not shoot the ball well, thank God. He shot 6 for 17 from the field, made all of his free throws, but he had 11 rebounds. You had 11 rebounds between Mo Bamba and Kelly Oubre, 22 rebounds altogether for those two. He had 17 points just off of his energy and just his, drive to, get second chance opportunities, cut to the basket, get layups, stuff like that. I can see why the Sixers, he fits that code. He fits that aura over there. And when they get Embiid back, they're going to definitely be somebody that's going to be reckoned with because they got all the utility pieces. And they have a, defensive coach and Nick Nurse, who I think has instilled that into their culture. As y'all come in here, smash the like button. Tyrese Maxey, their star player, they're coming off, an all-star appearance. 44 minutes played, all but 4 minutes of that game. He was inefficient as far as what he was for the first game. He shot 9 for 20.
One remaining. Leonard wins it. Batum tips it back to Hill. Yeah. Hill throws it across on the drive inside. Oubre blocked.
Let me say that for later. Sorry about that. But all in all, 26 points. He did not go off as far as efficiency wise, but he got a lot of opportunities to score the basketball. Tyrese Maxey is going to be a great player in this league for years to come. So let me see something else real quick before I, start going to like the audio and video. Let me click some of these comments. There's some of these comments real quick, which I got to say about that. TuneIn Sports said, Coach Carter, shout out. Yes, sir. Coach Carter, great movie. One of my favorites. He said Buddy Hield was going dumb. Yeah, he was going dumb. Clippers versus Nuggets Thursday will be hella good next week. Yeah, that's going to be a very, very telling game right there. I think we'll be ready to go. It's going to be a home game. So, or is it a home game or is it going to be away? I think it's going to be on the road. That's right. I think it's going to be no, it's a home game. That's a home game. I'm tripping. That's going to be a home game. Yeah, because I'm working that night. Yeah, it's going to be a home game. Let's see. He said Mo Bamba had his first double-double as center versus Z. Yeah, he was big for them. His energy really – I can't tell if it was the first half or the second, but just his presence of him being just aggressive and physical on that glass and him being at home really energizes the team. Like when you get those type of opportunities, especially with a crowd like Philly, that's going to automatically make the role players come up. Little Rock was good. He said Joshua Smith also said Kelly fouled PG on a rebound, which would have had PG shooting 2 free throws since we were in the bonus at the 55-second mark. Tell the whole truth, nigga. Yeah, like I said, man, like, how many times we've been, quote-unquote, robbed of calls, and, we should have had certain calls that, should have went in our favor, but it didn't happen how it's supposed to happen. That's just the NBA, bro. Like, at the end of the day, that last call right there, he went straight up. Kelly Oubre tried to make contact with PG's body. He didn't get it. And then Kawhi blocked the shot. So it's like, you got to let that play just, continuously run on. I mean, that's kind of what that was. You don't call a play like that at that heat of a moment. Let's see. Let me go back to the, stats. So the Clippers side, let me go into the Clippers side right now. So we have 5 guys in double figures. We had all our stars in double figures, and we had 2 guys coming off the bench, which great production. Norman Powell, 5 for 7 from the field. Very efficient, 29 minutes, 11 points. Great scoring game, great efficiency game from Norman Powell. Amir Coffey, 10 points, 22 minutes, 3 for 5 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3-point line, and 10 points. You know, Amir Coffey, you know what I'm saying? Pretty solid game as far as scoring. Another person, you know, scored the ball very well. I thought defensively, there were some adjustments that we need to make with Amir Coffey that I saw that was very telling. But offensively, I thought he shot the ball. I thought he competed, and I thought he fought the game plan as best as he could. So shout out to him. Let's go into some of the starters. James Harden returning back to the team, or returning back to the Sixer arena. Again, not a very efficient night shooting the basketball, but he did have 14 assists, which makes up for it. Like I said, Harden has got to be the guy, comfortable being the facilitator. That's what he has to be. That's why I've been saying the whole time. He needs to be the guy that's going to take a backseat to Kawhi and PG. Kawhi and PG are our scorers, two-way players. Harden is our guy that sets guys up, and he's going to need to be able to play, hold his own a little bit on defense. I was actually seeing that, there are certain plays he got blown past, but there are certain plays that he's actually competing on defense, which really helps Zubac from getting, having to deal with two people at the same time. The player driving to the basket, which drives past James Harden or Norman Powell or Amir Coffey, whatever, and then he has to worry about the backside help. So it helps when our guards can stay in front of their man and keep guys out the paint, so Zubac won't be, liable to have to, guard two people at the same time. 5 for 7 from the field for Zubac. Good game offensively. Not a good game rebounding the basketball, though. He needs to be more better. I need to see if you got two guys getting 11 rebounds, I need to see Zubac get somewhere around 8 to 10 rebounds. If their two bigs are getting, rebound after rebound. Terance Mann, very, very good game from Terance Mann. 5 for 10 from the field, 2 for 7 from the field, 3-point line, 14 points. I thought basically, and 7 rebounds. I thought he was the big reason why we were doing so well in the first half. Obviously, PG and Kawhi were struggling shooting the ball, so Terance Mann and James Harden was the one carrying the scoring load in the first half. I'm going to talk a little bit more about T-Man as well, but I thought he had a good game all around, for the time he was in the game. And you got PG and Kawhi, 36, 34 minutes. PG, 7 for 18 from the field, 22 points, 5 for 8 from the 3-point line. Hit some big 3-point shots in that fourth quarter. 10 rebounds from PG. I don't know that person. I think it was Old Man said that PG will never get 10 rebounds. So this one's for you. He has gotten more than 10 rebounds many different times. So get it on the glass. Y'all want to see him, do the dirty work. This is what PG did last night. He got back on defense and stopped the play from Kelly Oubre. He got offensive rebounds. He got defensive rebounds. He was competing on the defensive end, guarding Tyrese Maxey. I mean, what else is you want him to do? And then you got Kawhi Leonard, of course, the man that saved the day. Did not shoot the ball very well, him or PG in that first half, actually the first 3 quarters. I think 1 point Kawhi was 3 for 15. But what a superstar like him, he does, he makes up for it in other ways. He rebounds the ball. He guards on defense. He rotates. And then he comes in big at the clutch with 2-and-1 opportunities, 2-and-1 baskets, and then he blocks the shot at the end of the game. I got a video for Kawhi coming up very, very soon. He had 17 points as well, 7 for 19 from the field, and that's going to conclude the statistics. All right, 54 people. We should have over 54 likes. Let me take this off for y'all. Okay, so coming in all together, bringing it home. Before I start bringing out the audio and the video, let's see. He said, Bruce Morrow said, hello, BJ, and the same people in the chat. Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate you coming in. Let's see. Let's see. Let me go into... It's not really something I want to. Oh, Alex, my man, he said, salute, y'all be at the Clipper games versus Nuggets third. Hopefully get the win. Yeah, bro. If you see me, that's another thing. If anybody sees me at the game, make sure you guys say what's up or holler. Definitely enjoyed, talking to people who subscribe to the channel. Definitely appreciate y'all coming, all the support y'all give me, man. I definitely always, up for somebody to, say hi at the game. It's happened to me a few times already before this season. With somebody from the show say, I remember you, or, I love your show. they'll say hi or, you know, want a picture or whatever, man. So I definitely, if y'all ever want to say what's up to me, man, make sure y'all, you know, holler at me at the game if y'all get a chance to see me. See. All right, so let's get into the situation. Last night's game really proved to me in this game of the title, the Clippers, and this is why I named it, the Clippers aren't soft, they're undercoached. I'm going to say it again. The Los Angeles Clippers are not soft, they're undercoached. We can speak about not just from this season, from years prior, where I can explain what I'm trying to say, right? In the little drought they've been going through, right? Going 2-9 against, you know, top teams, and you know, I'm saying teams over 500. Since the All-Star break, the label has been quickly shifted from them being a championship caliber team to now they're probably not gonna make it out the first round. Right? The energy has shifted, right? Because of the drought they've been on. If we talk about the Clippers with the core that they have, and I'm talking about with Kawhi, PG, and Tyronn Lue, that's the core. That's the core that's been there for 4 years. You got guys off the bench such as Amir Coffey and Terance Mann and Zubac who've been there as well. But the three guys, the three-headed monster is Kawhi, PG, and Tyronn Lue. That's been the triangle figure of, you know, the last 4 seasons. So I'm gonna give examples of why I feel like it's a deeper problem than just us just going through like a little drought. But let me go ahead and pull up a few interviews to see what some of the players had to say about yesterday's game and Coach Tyronn Lue. I forgot to play a clip of James Harden. I can't believe I forgot this, so I apologize to y'all. But James Harden, he spoke about the Clippers at stake last game. I did not play this clip, so I want y'all to actually hear what James Harden had to say after the loss against the Pacers the other night, where a lot of people were coming in saying that the Clippers were going to be, you know, they're a soft team. This is basically echoing what Tyronn Lue said. So I want y'all to actually kind of hear what James Harden had to say, and I want y'all to kind of tell me what's the concern y'all feel like what James Harden is trying to say in this clip. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start this video. Y'all enjoy.
This month is 7-7. What's leading to this?
Got it.
Average.
On identity. This team is scoring easy on us. Makes it difficult to score offensively.
Is it concerning that this late in the season you guys are still trying to find an
A little
identity?
frustrating. A little frustrating.
The first time in your that you dealt with something like this?
Yeah.
So even you're trying to figure out how to get out of it. All you guys are there, right?
I think we're all trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
What would you point to beyond just an identity issue that is?
That's it. When you got an identity as a team, you got something to rely on. You got something to fall back on.
Ty mentions it's the physicality starting every game.
Everything. You feel me? If it was just one thing, trust me, we can pinpoint it, we put our finger on it, we go out there and do it, and things will change. But so it's a combination of things.
You guys are going on the road. First stop is in Philadelphia. What are you expecting there?
I don't know.
You know, the fans don't know.
I don't know what I'm here. We got bigger problems to worry about.
Yesterday, you obviously first time playing against them. What was that like? Playing against guys that you were teammates
Listen,
with.
we have bigger problems than me worried about Philadelphia. You know what I mean? We got bigger problems. So.
You guys are 18-22 outside of that 26-5 stretch. Which one of those kind of tells the story of this team, or is the truth somewhere in the middle of that?
We don't know.
Is that the fun of it? Is like, I guess, trying to find the fun in a journey like this of trying to figure out which side it really is and working through it.
What we hope is the 30 and whatever number you said, not the 18 and 20.
I think it was like the 25.
Go ahead. Thank you.
Yo. Oh, man. All right, man. Make sure y'all smash the like button as y'all come in here. Got a lot of people. We have 70 people. Let's get these likes up over 70 likes, y'all. I like all the comments. Y'all keep the comments going. Salute to my man Taz. Vortex, what's good, my brother? How you doing? Goku says he's drinking a milkshake. I think he's drinking a protein shake. I think he's drinking a protein shake. So all right. So that was James Harden speaking about the first loss we had against the Pacers, and kind of going through a nutshell what James Harden was saying was basically, and like I said, I can't believe I didn't, play this at the last video, but I wanted to kind of, let y'all kind of hear that, because again, this is something that, it's been echoed quite a bit, not just amongst him, but other players as well, that we're looking at as an identity right now. We're looking at it like, okay, well, what's our identity? Kawhi Leonard comes out a month and a half ago before we start going on a losing streak, and said that, we went off of talent. We're confused after timeouts. He doesn't know what's going on. I wish I can ask you. This is stuff from a guy of Kawhi Leonard's IQ level saying on podiums as well. I wish I could tell you. I wish I knew, but I know it shouldn't be happening. That's what Kawhi said. PG follows it up a week later or a week after and speaks about how we don't have an identity. We're trying to find our identity. We're winning simply, turn the switch on, turn the switch off. We don't want to be that team going to the playoffs, but that's the team that we kind of are right now. And he said also, if we knew the answer, we'd be playing better right now. Then he says, well, we'll be ready for the playoffs. That's what PG said. And then Harden comes in and says that, we don't have an identity as well. So your best three players are all saying pretty much the same thing. Now, you guys have to remember, all these dudes see each other every day. These guys spend more time with them before they even spend time with their families. So you got to remember, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time they are spending amongst themselves. So when you get a chance to spend time with a person every other day on the road or in practice or at games, you start to get to know them on a deep level more than people that you call family. So you don't think they have certain discussions and talks amongst themselves that are, consistent. It's not a coincidence all three of these guys said the same thing, right? I've been on teams where I've had good coaches, I've had bad coaches, and let me tell you, when you have a bad coach, your players are going to be talking. We're going to be talking about, one common denominator, and that's going to be the coach. I've been on teams like that where I'm not proud of it, but we all came together as a team and said amongst each other, we don't want the coach here no more, and the general manager let him go. Right? I'm not saying like, every coach, every player, or every coach is bad or whatever, but I'm saying basically it seems like to me that these three have had discussions amongst each other about these issues, right? And they've all kind of already said it out loud. So that kind of presuming me to do this video. Let me show y'all what Tyronn Lue had to say as well after yesterday's win. So y'all can kind of see what he had to say in response to the win yesterday, and also how he felt about how the game was going. So I want y'all to kind of see what Coach Tyronn Lue had to say. It's about, I think, 3 minutes. I'm going to probably play 3 minutes of it. So y'all enjoy.
Fires, just trying to get the ball out of Tyrese's hands. Like I say, he's a great player, and so just want to get the ball out of his hands. And then we had opportunities where we could have been better, like denying him the ball back once he gave it up. Like it's like 4 or 5 times we just let him catch it back, and so now your defense is shifting another time. A couple times, like I said, rotations. We got to Nico, we short closed. Nico makes a big three. Buddy Yield, 3 seconds on the shot clock. We do a great job firing, getting out of Tyrese's hands. Then Buddy Yield makes a three. Instead of making him put the ball on the ground. So those are things we can get better at, but we talked about, toughness and having a fight. I liked our fight. We got down 15 points. Tough game on the first game of a road trip. Nick does a great job having those guys prepared, different defenses to keep you guessing. And I just like us staying with it, attacking the paint in that second half. We went small. They matched us by going small, and was able to get to the paint, get to the rim. PG really got it going in a small pick and roll. And that was a tough, gritty win for us. And that's what we needed.
Ty, Kawhi for portions of the night was not really active, but then at the end, obviously, he makes the 2 M1s and then the block on Oubre at the rim. Just talk about
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like PG and Kawhi to be, I think, 2 for 15 at halftime from the field and being down 4 and still, still fighting and still staying with it. And PG, like I said, got it going, and Kawhi got it going late, but just staying with it, being resilient, knowing you're not going to make shots every single night. And so we talked about, being a defensive team and doing things defensively. And like you said, our fires were good. Kawhi's block at the rim, PG at the end, verticality on Oubre. Just stand, and you can live with yourself if you lose games like that where you don't shoot the ball well, but you play hard, you compete, and you scrap, and that's what we got to do every single night.
You've seen games won and lost on jump balls. That's one of the toughest situational defensive plays. How did the team get out of that situation with a 1-point lead?
Well, I thought they threw it up kind of quick, and we weren't able to get set. But we wanted the pocket with PG and James because both of those guys are pretty strong, especially being small lineup. And but the way they shifted, we had to put James beside Tobias, and Nico kind of stole the tap, and he tipped it, and then he was able to get the basketball. So we just got to do a better job in those situations because we showed them in training camp, the one with Paul Pierce, in the playoffs back in the day against Cleveland. Having to box out and getting those big plays. And Paul was able to dive on the floor, get the loose ball against Cleveland, call timeout, and they was able to win that game. So those are huge moments, especially in the playoffs. One play like that can change the game. And so we got to be better in that regard, and knowing we got to box out and not let guys steal it and be physical to come up with that basketball.
How did you think James handled everything tonight?
I thought it was great. I thought he kept his composure. He was really good. Having 14 assists, picking and choosing the spots where he wanted to shoot the basketball or make plays. I thought it was really good.
You've been part of a frantic ending where 3 challenges that felt like they can go 50-50. The back and forth at the rim. Have you been part of an ending like that before?
Probably, but I can't think about it right now. I can't remember. No, really can't remember this time.
Were you surprised that the challenge they upheld for you guys was upheld? Because I know watching the broadcast back here, they weren't quite sure there was enough evidence to.
The one that went out of bounds off of Oubre, yeah, I thought we won it. Just watching it on our iPad and taking a look at it, but it was a do or die moment for us. So we had to challenge that no matter what. We had 2 timeouts, and so we had to challenge it, and luckily we did, and we was able to get it. And I think we scored a 3-point play, or right? Okay, yeah. So that was huge for us.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.
We find a way to add assists to the coaching staff on the box score because those challenges were huge, especially that out of bounds play they were just talking about. Looking at several angles of it, it looked like it could go either way.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to overturn it because usually they want to stick with the original.
All right. So that was Coach Tyronn Lue and his press conference. 70 people. We should have over 70 likes. Let's go into some of the comment section. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this soliloquy. I'm gonna let y'all come in. See. Mellow Wild, he was good, bro. He said laughing emoji. Hey, when the Suns lose, man, you still welcome on the pull up, bro. Definitely, I love Mellow, man. When the Suns lose, you definitely welcome back. Kirkland was good, my brother. He said Clippers are on autopilot. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back, my man. All right, so let's get into what the title is. The Clippers are not soft. They are undercoached. So I know people look at it like we won the game. So, BJ, why you speaking about this at this point right now when we just won? Guys, we are in the 4th seed right now. We are a game in front of the New Orleans Pelicans. As far as myself, going into the season, I want the top 3 seed. I want the top 3 seed going into the season. And so now that we're not going to get that, I have to lower my expectations down. Now they're going to be somewhere between that 4th and 5th seed. I don't see them dropping to the 6th, but they're going to be somewhere in the 4th or 5th seed. And that's something that I really did not want to, see. I wanted to see us get home court. I wanted to see us start going to the playoffs with a good note. But just like the Clippers have showed us, the last few years, they prefer to do things the hard way. And part of the reason, if not the reason why we do things the hard way, is because of Coach Tyronn Lue. I've said this before, and I think, and I'm pretty confident I'm gonna be right about this. The playoffs is going to determine the way Coach Tyronn Lue determines how Coach Tyronn Lue coaches in the playoffs is going to determine if we win a championship. You know why? Because I've seen it too many times in the past where his coaching mistakes have either cost us a series or close to cost us a series. It hasn't been our stars. It's been, or the players, or, you know, the bench. It's been his coaching decisions, right? And I'm going to prove it in a little bit. But let's talk a little bit about last night, what happened. The game was 108 to 107. The game could have went either way. Andre's right about that. But, of course, you know, luckily it went our way. But there are a few things that I've seen and watching the film over and over again that might make me scratch my head to the point where I'm like, bro, this stuff that we're doing is actually disturbing to watch over and over. And going into the postseason, if we do this against, say, a team like Denver, a team like Minnesota, maybe even OKC, even though I think they're inexperienced, they're very well coached. When you face a coach who's, you know, going to be able to make you, you know, pay for your mistakes, you're putting stress and strain on your team, you know, to cover up your mistakes. There was a lot of things that, you know, I thought Tyronn Lue does well with as a coach, but there are a lot of things that he has a lot of holes in. And last night really showed a hole again in just, you know, what I was just looking at, watching the film again. So there's three different things that I've seen that really made me scratch my head. The first thing I saw about where was Terance Mann at. Now, let me go into the stat sheet real quick. Let me go back to the stat sheet and let me show y'all something real quick. And I'm gonna show you some steal shots as well. Obviously, you heard, and this wasn't my words, this was Tyronn Lue's words. Paul George and Kawhi were struggling in the first half. Hell, they were struggling, you know, pretty much up until the third quarter. Kawhi was missing point blank shots that he usually would make, missing threes, missing middies. PG was missing middies. You know what I'm saying? Jab steps, pull ups. They just were cold the first half. You know, it is what it is, but they made up for it, you know, towards the end. But somebody had to carry the scoring while those two were off. And those two people were James Harden and Terance Mann. Now, this is what I want to talk a little bit about. James Harden, obviously, over the last few weeks have looked like he's a dead man. He looks tired. He looks like he needs to sit down and rest. We know James Harden does not miss games. We do know that. But one of the mistakes I think Tyronn Lue has done is ran James Harden to the ground where it's just like he hasn't got no real rest on the court. Last night he played 39 minutes. Let me move this out the way so y'all can see. Last night James Harden played 39 minutes on the court. Right? 39 minutes. You got Russ, T-Man, Bones. You got 3 point guards on the team that you can use to give James Harden some rest. Right? You can put in guys to give James Harden at least a little breather. But I started realizing to myself, why is he relying on James Harden so much? It's the same reason I say Tyronn Lue has holes in his coaching. Tyronn Lue, one of his main strengths is also his biggest weaknesses. His main strength is that if he gets down, he will fight. He will fight out of a big lead. He will fight. You know, if he gets down, he's gonna fight regardless. That's just who he is. A lot of the big leads he's given up, he's able to fight back in them same games. Right? We've seen it time and time again in his coaching tenure with the Clippers. Right? I used to call these dudes the comeback kids. Right? He seems to always to come out of nowhere and surprise you. That's what the Clippers are. That's what Tyronn Lue's DNA is. He said it plenty of times. He knows his identity. He knows he has an identity, which is basically be a fighter. Right? That's a good thing to have. It's a great thing to have as a coach, to have that will to get out of any situation possible. But the problem is that he puts himself in situations he has no business putting himself in. And when I see James Harden playing 39 minutes, playing 38 minutes, playing 40 minutes, playing more minutes than our star players, right, on a regular basis routinely, that's telling me something, that he relies on James Harden to do things at his age that I believe he should be sharing some of the responsibility, Tyronn Lue, which is running the offense. I told y'all before, the Clippers do not have a set offense in the half court. I saw some of the most atrocious spacing game after game. I ain't said nothing about it, but I've been seeing so much atrocious spacing and nobody really actually directing it but James Harden. He depends on him to run the offense, set guys up, a playbook, right? So now Tyronn Lue don't have to really worry about running the offense because you got James Harden right there. But entirely that hurts because in the long run, he's going to get worn out like he is right now. That's mistake number one. Tyronn Lue has ran James Harden to the ground to the point he acts like he has no confidence in none of his other players to actually play real important minutes. Another mistake he made. If you look at the same stat sheet, Terance Mann plays 26 minutes last night. 26 minutes Terance Mann plays. That's a good amount of minutes. But when I watched the game, I saw that he did Terance Mann a disservice. Like I said, T-Man was the best player in the first half offensively. He was guarding. He was getting offensive second chance opportunities. He was shooting the ball efficient. Hit his first 2 threes in the first half. Getting to the rim, being aggressive, getting to the line. You ask this man to be a defensive stopper or be a person that can, guard the defensive end. He does that. Then you ask him to be more of a scorer. He starts doing that. So he's doing everything that you asking him to do, and he's still not getting the minutes, in my opinion, that I feel like he should be getting. He treats Terance Mann as if he's a specialty player instead of like a real player into the rotation. As you guys can see, PG, Kawhi, Harden all in the 30s. Zubac got a minute higher than Terance Mann as well. Norman Powell gets more minutes than Terance Mann coming off the bench. And that's been a consistent thing. But now Amir Coffey is taking Terance Mann's minutes in crunch time. T-Man did not touch the floor in the whole fourth quarter. Why is that a problem? One, the same guy that people glossed over on the Sixers, which is Tyrese Maxey, I took a little bit deeper look and saw, what was happening, especially last night, when he was being guarded by, who he's being guarded by. There was 3 people that guarded him: Terance Mann, Amir Coffey, and Paul George, for the most part. So I looked at when T-Man would guard, Tyrese Maxey. You can see right here in the half court, going into the half court, that's Terance Mann right there, number 14. Here's Tyrese Maxey with the ball. So I started watching what happens when Tyrese Maxey is getting guarded by these 3 players. When he's guarded by Terance Mann, like a lot of point guards do, they like to call for screens. They love to call for screens when T-Man is on them. When 14 is on them, they love calling for screens. Why is that? Because Terance Mann is a great on-ball defender. For the people that keep saying that Terance Mann is not a great on-ball defender, they're lying to you. If you really watch the games and you understand what's really happening when he's being guarded, part of being a great on-ball defender is when the point guard keeps asking for screens over and over and over. So as y'all can see, there's a pick set by, I think his name is Paul Reed. He's setting a pick for Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey yelling out, screen, screen. I can hear it through the TV when Terance Mann is guarding him. That's a sign of respect for a defensive player right there. That's the first thing. So you have a guy who you don't need a double team, and he's making Tyrese Maxey work. Tyrese Maxey is an all-star player. So he's calling for screens every time Terance Mann is guarding him. I want y'all to stay with me. So y'all can see that this was happening. If y'all go back in the game, this was happening all of the first 3 quarters. And T-Man was scoring the ball. So that's a double plus. So why does he get 26 minutes? And Tyrese Maxey gets 44 minutes. That's a question for Tyronn Lue. We won the game, but for you not to play your best on-ball defender outside of Kawhi, well, because Paul George plays some damn good defense too. Okay, For you not to play one of your better on-ball defenders who actually making Tyrese Maxey work and completely keep out the whole fourth quarter, I don't understand why he would do that. The game in LA, when we lost to the Sixers, Terance Mann was guarding Tyrese Maxey. He had 5 points the whole first half. Y'all look it up. Tyrese Maxey had 5 points the entire first half. The second half, he had 19, finished with 24 points. Tyrese Maxey, the headlines, he destroys the Clippers. So why couldn't he do that in the first half? Well, as Terance Mann, as y'all can see, here's another play right here. I know it's coming from my laptop. Terance Mann right there. Tyrese Maxey getting ready to pass the ball. Two things happened I noticed every time Terance Mann was guarding Tyrese Maxey. Either he was getting ready to call for a screen or he's getting ready to pass the ball to an open guy. No real attacking in one-on-one actions. Again, that's a sign of respect. That's what happens to a lot of players that are guarded by Terance Mann. They call for screens or they pass the ball to, run the offense. They're not going at Terance Mann in one-on-one situations for the most part. You could probably count on your hands who does it. Anthony Edwards, probably the main guy, and De'Aaron Fox. But those are two legit all-star players. Most guards ain't going at Terance Mann one-on-one. So he's your best on-ball defender, in my opinion, as far as small guards. So he's getting ready to pass the ball. That's what Tyrese Maxey's doing. So the fourth quarter comes and Terance Mann is not in the game. Right? Minute after minute, he's not in the game. As y'all come in here, smash the like button. Tyrese Maxey, as y'all can see, when being guarded by Amir Coffey, look if there's no screens being set. There's no type of ball movement. Tyrese Maxey sees a wide open lane to go past Amir Coffey. Amir Coffey is not their best on-ball defender, but yet Tyronn Lue treats it like he is. So when Tyrese Maxey sees Amir Coffey on him, vice versa Terance Mann, this is what happens. He gets straight to the rim. I know it's a little bit tough to see, but Tyrese Maxey's at the rim. He blows by Amir Coffey. Amir Coffey 6'7", Terance Mann 6'5". So obviously, and Tyrese Maxey 6'2". So obviously, he's a little bit lower to the ground than Amir Coffey, which means he's going to probably accelerate to the basket north to south faster than Amir Coffey would. But again, Tyronn Lue continuously puts him on the court. I've seen this happen too many times. Terance Mann is doing his job as far as being a point of attack defender, and for whatever reason, he benches T-Man, and then he brings him back in the last minute of the game like he's a specialty player. If you had kept, and then he talks about this whole fire thing. Right? So as y'all can see, because Amir Coffey's having trouble guarding Tyrese Maxey in head-up situations, they have to double him. Y'all can see Amir Coffey right there. Y'all can see Mason Plumlee right next to him. Y'all can see Amir Coffey right there and Mason Plumlee next to him. You know what that means? That means he can't guard head up against Tyrese Maxey one-on-one. You didn't see no doubles when Terance Mann was guarding them. You didn't see them trying to, have to ask for help. He was able to hold his weight by himself. So when you have to, do a double team, it puts guys out of position, gives them open shots. That's what happens. So I'm getting to a point when I say that's one. There was two instances right there I see with Coach Tyronn Lue. Again, overplaying James Harden instead of using other players to bring in for more minutes, i.e. relying on offense over defense. And number two, taking your best defensive on-ball point of attack defender off the court for a guy who you're trying to make the point of attack defender, who is just a little bit too tall to stay close to the ground against small, quick guards. Got to call for double teams now. These are calls Tyronn Lue's making, and it puts the players in positions to now have to cover up. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Cover up because of the type of situations they're put on the court for. If I got a team with a guy who can guard without using a double team, why would I take that off the floor for the whole fourth quarter? Why would I put myself in that position? And he's done it against numerous of teams. This ain't no, I wouldn't have said a word if this was just one time, but he's gotten comfortable with this and taking our best defenders off the court. If Amir Carvey's having a good offensive game, fine. Or he's doing better, okay, fine. But yesterday he had a very mediocre game. If he wasn't stopping nobody as far as getting to the basket. You already got a liability in James Harden who can stay in front of that man. You don't need two. You got to be able to bring some balance there. If you're going to have James Harden, you got to have at least another player who can guard up one-on-one against these quick little guards getting them out the paint. If I want to continue on, I'm going to let y'all in after this. The part of the reason why I've had a lot of, I won't say anger, but I had a little of annoyance of Tyronn Lue is because it's blatant obvious where his coaching mistakes are coming from. Like I said, a very, very tough coach when it comes to fighting back, but his holes are his execution. He doesn't always bring a level of intensity with his guys coming to the game. He puts his team in positions where they have to crawl out of situations they have no business being in instead of just doing things in the right way and avoiding all these these type of games where instead of us actually coming in with a level of focus and the coach matching the players how they play, we got to have players to shield off what the coach does. I'll show an example. This is, like I said, this ain't just from this season. I'm going to show y'all examples after example. Let's talk about the famous one right here. This is the famous alley-oop. This one going to hurt y'all. But we're going to have to play it. I'm about to, so y'all can actually see what's happening. So this is the famous DeAndre Ayton alley-oop dunk with the Clippers in the 2021 playoffs. Jesus, man. And you know what? I didn't know how close we were to winning that series until I actually seen the two games that we lost. The first game, of course, PG misses 2 free throws. He was cooking the whole game, but he missed those 2 free throws. Okay, we chalked that one up. But game 2, we literally had a lead of 103 to 102. In a timeout, coming out of a timeout. Well, I said it. We come out of confused, coming out of timeouts. And I'm confused with this play. In 0.9 seconds, you don't have time to catch the ball, dribble, and shoot, right? So you would think the last play that really would come would probably be something towards the rim, where it'd be a quick catch and throw into the basket. Right? But yet and still, why is there nobody by the basket? Why is nobody protecting the rim? Why is everybody else not protecting the basket? We're up 103 to 102. All we have to do is make sure they don't catch it and get a quick shot. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens in this play. Turn the sound on.
Crowder looking, throws it alley. Oh! He puts it down! He puts it down! It's over. And they're trying to say goaltending, but that's a live basketball. He can finish it.
Right, there is no goaltending on an inbound pass. You can catch it above the rim.
The officials going over to discuss it. There's been bottles being thrown from the court. But right now, the ruling on the floor was that the basket counted. What a perfectly executed play. Ayton guides it in beautifully. What an incredible job by Monty Williams designing that play to perfection.
But there's time on the clock. And again, another great screen by Booker.
DeAndre Ayton, who was terrific tonight, 24 points, 14 rebounds with the biggest shot of his life. That's just a perfect pass from Crowder. Absolutely perfect.
And just to reiterate, there's people in here saying that's goaltending. No.
So, again, no one protecting the rim, nobody protecting the basket. Bad placing, bad position. And this is coming out of a timeout. So you had time to draw something up to say, hey, we can't allow nobody to get this type of playoff. You got 0.9 seconds left. You don't have time, if you're the offensive team, to really set up anything. Everything's going to have to be a quick catch and shoot. You guard the players who can really step out and shoot like that to, you know what I'm saying, if you need to guard them close, but you got somebody by the rim. That's the coach. What's another example? Well, same playoffs. If we look at something similar, and I'm going to stay on Zubac. As I've told y'all over and over, we had no business being down 0-2 against the Dallas Mavericks. At any point, our stars were playing great. Kawhi and PG were playing great, scoring the ball, doing what they needed to do, and we still were losing games with one guy going off. So, as y'all can see, Viska Zubac is in the game guarding Luka Doncic. This is a bad idea. Why is that? Because, again, Zubac cannot guard Luka Doncic on the perimeter. So you see where he's standing at. Y'all see where he's standing at right here. That's called a mismatch. It took Tyronn Lue to game 3 to understand that Zubac is not a playable person in this series. It took an argument with Rondo and Tyronn Lue after game 2 in the locker room for him to change his adjustments. Because I'm not so sure if Rondo does not go after Tyronn Lue that he wouldn't do the same thing in the next game. But this was the type of stuff he had on the court. He had a guy who was too slow to stay with Luka Doncic, and he basically took advantage of that matchup over and over and over and over and over again. Literally just licking his chops. And Zubac can't do nothing about it. Couldn't do nothing about it. Trying his best to, guard, but he's just not quick enough. He's not fast enough to do the job. Right? Same thing with Patrick Beverley. Did the same thing with Patrick Beverley. Said basically, another mistake Tyronn Lue made. Had us down 2-0 in the same series. Same situation. Had a guy in Patrick Beverley who's a great defender. But unfortunately, he's 6'1", and Patrick Beverley and Luka Doncic 6'7". The Clippers have the personnel to compete against anybody. So when you start off a series like this, you put your team in a bad situation. I know I'm showing y'all a lot of stuff, but I want to make my point clear. I want people coming and telling me, well, you blaming Tyronn Lue. well, I got a reason to put some onus on him. Because even when our guys play well, I can't mind to the mind of me why some of the stuff he does. And again, it'd be in plain sight what's going on. Drive to the lane from Luka Doncic on Patrick Beverly. It took basically Luka to go off on Patrick Beverly for him to just basically say that, okay, you can't play in this series. Another play right here. Just toying with him. And talking shit to him at the in Slovenian. This is some of the stuff I've been seeing for years. But our players are the ones that get they're the ones that get called out for this, as if they are in control who's on the court and who's not. We were at a point of a season where we were 0-6 because we had 4 guys on the court at the same time who all like to do the same thing and score the ball. You got 2 offensive guys in the backcourt and Russ and James Harden, and you got 2 two-way players in Kawhi and PG. Tyronn Lue came on the post-game press conference and said, I need at least 10 to 15 games to get a good idea. And people fall for this shit. They really do. Oh, BJ, you need to give him time to get this figured out. You need to. This man put out a lineup of Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Zubac on the court, and we start off the season 0-6, losing to teams whether they were good or bad. Is it because these guys are not great players? No, they're Hall of Famers. Top 75 caliber players. But there's a certain thing that's called strategy that matters in basketball. If I just put all the best players with one situation and they don't actually play their roles and then you put them in, points of the game where they're having to, figure it out, you're going to have what you had at the beginning of the year, 0-6. So Russell Westbrook, according to sources, decided to say to himself, hey, maybe it's time that I go and come off the bench because this isn't working. Maybe because we're 0-6, because our coach keeps putting this lineup out there, let me have some sense and actually go to the bench and bring in Terance Mann, who's a defensive player on the other side, who doesn't need to score the ball, who's going to do the dirty things, do the dirty work, who can, stretch the floor out a little bit better. Let me go ahead and go for the bench for him and be a team player. And then all of a sudden, the Clippers look much better. They have a 25-6 record, 31-8 record. They start going on a winning streak. They get to the first place. Again, this is the same guy, like I told y'all. He should have been getting heavy minutes for the last 2 years. But for whatever reason, he has to keep starting over. The entire Clipper fan base last year was advertising and campaigning for Terance Mann to start. It took all that for him to start on the court. I don't know what it is with Terance Mann that Tyronn Lue will not fully give him his full just due. Maybe it's just the offense and defense. I don't know what it is, but he's giving you offense. He's still benching you and not playing him in crucial minutes and treating him like he's a specialty player instead of a guy in the rotation. But I don't know if Russell Westbrook don't go to the bench willingly, that if Tyronn Lue allows that line to still be out there. Again, when I put all this stuff on the screen and actually start showing it to y'all, it hits a little bit different than for me just saying it out my mouth. When I put stuff on the screen showing DeAndre Ayton getting a full-blown, wide-open layup, nobody protecting the rim, coming out of a timeout, it hits a little bit different for y'all. When I see and show y'all plays of Luka Doncic targeting Visca Zubac and Patrick Beverly on screen and rolls instead of putting in Nicholas Batum and Terance Mann to start a lineup who can actually guard, it hits a little bit different. All these decisions hit a little bit different. It hits a little bit different when you got Daniel Tice, Mason Plumlee, Norman Powell, James Harden guarding LeBron James in head-to-head matchups and keeping our best defender off the court in the fourth quarter, which allowed the Lakers to get back into the game. It hits a little bit different. But the only thing people want to say is Tyronn Lue called them soft. The Clippers are not soft. They're undercoached. You give Mike Malone this team, what you think gonna happen? There's a player that we had in Reggie Jackson who people used to pull their hair out because he used to make boneheaded plays. How does he look over in Denver right now? Do y'all see Reggie Jackson taking bad shots, over dribbling the basketball, turning the ball over? Do you see that in Denver whatsoever? Or do you see him being coached up? Man, look, y'all, coaches have a job. They get paid to do their job just as much as the players get paid to do their job. You don't get to say, well, the players got to do everything 100% and the coaches don't have to do anything in their position as well. That's not how basketball works. Then why the fuck is he getting paid? Why is he the coach of the team? What are you there for? You got James Harden running the offense. You got Kawhi and Paul George, your two best defenders who are locked in on both ends. You got a Hall of Famer coming off the bench. You got a guy in a Visca Zubac as his center. You got a human microwave coming off the bench as a sixth man. You got depth. You got guys on your team who want to play. And you bench them in the crucial moments. Making this shit harder than what it got to be. I'm happy we got the win, but like I told y'all, I stand by it. This playoff series is going to determine. Tyronn Lue is going to be the one that's going to determine if we win this championship. I'm more than confident the players are going to show up. They're going to show up. Is Tyronn Lue going to be able to adjust? Is he going to be able to put the right imprints in the playoffs? I believe he will. I believe he will. But watching that game last night, the man did so many holes, and he got saved because we were able to, have our two best players close that game out. But that's all I have to say about that. Let me go ahead and drop this link. I know it's a little bit long-winded, but I want to show y'all a bunch of things. But we're back in 2 minutes, y'all. All right, y'all. So, appreciate y'all coming in. I had a question, before I let Sean come in and talk. So, I want to ask what Tyson basically said. I want to bring up his comment. I kind of peeped it because this is something else I want to actually address that people got to stop looking at. He said, imagine blaming coaching when you take a minute minus player off the floor for Coffee, who was a 11 points better. So the plus minus system, this is a fun one. So y'all do understand plus minus is not about individuals, about the team, right? If I go out there and I score 30 points and we're still down by 10, that affects me in the plus minus, even though I'm actually doing my job offensively and scoring the basketball. The reason why Terance Mann a negative plus minus in the first half for the most part is because Kawhi and PG were struggling. Automatically, Kawhi and PG pick up their scoring in what quarter? The fourth quarter. What quarter was Amir Coffey in the game? The fourth quarter. What quarter was Terance Mann off the floor? The fourth quarter. So just because Terance Mann a negative plus minus when the two stars didn't come really cooking into the second half when Terance Mann did not score the basketball doesn't mean that has anything to do with Amir Coffey pulling his weight. That's about the team choosing to come actually back from the lead that were down. That's their big stars coming to play. So if using the plus minus system to say that Terance Mann should have been off the floor is a weak argument. And let me go into my people inside the chat. Thomas.
Hey, BJ, since we want to talk about plus minus, Terance Mann's playoff plus minus is only 111 positive. That's all. That's all. So, you know, haters and dumbasses, they just gonna talk and expose themselves, and then when they get called names, they get sensitive. Like Tyronn Lue get sensitive when he gets exposed. So, you know, if you want to talk plus minus, Terance Mann's plus minus is plus 111, right? So in the playoffs, that is where it matters, right? So again, you know, dumbasses will be dumbasses, but yeah, I mean, you took all my damn thunder, BJ. Like you put it on the screen.
Your mic. Check your mic.
Is it going in and out?
It's a little staticky. You got background noise.
I think that's the other guy, I think.
Oh, let me take it. Hold on. All right, yeah, go ahead. So you said I took all your talk?
Yeah.
What else did I take?
You took the only other thing you could do was, since you want to keep talking about coaching, so do you have the video, or do you have the jump ball at the end of the game where we're winning? So when you're the leading team, nobody, I don't know if you have the screen. Yeah, there you go. So look at Paul George's footwork. Okay, so in a timeout, the coach's job is to coach. The coach's job is not to be like the dumbasses in the chat that get called dumbasses and get mad and assume that players know everything. No. The coach's job is to make sure you tell the players what they might already know, but who gives a fuck? You still tell the players where to line up. It don't make a fuck if they're 100 years old, they're playing basketball. Your job is to reiterate.
Hold on.
Reiterate, aka.
Sean, you going in and out again.
Maybe I'm losing signal.
Yeah, you losing signal.
Okay.
Yeah, I think your mic's choppy. Your mic's a little choppy. Let me go to Jonelle real quick, and I'm gonna let Thomas go after. What's good, Jonelle? Jonelle, you there?
Is this any better?
Yeah. Go ahead, Sean.
All right, so, all right. Well, when you call timeouts, you know why coaches call timeout? They call timeouts to organize, right? Organize. They don't call timeouts to unorganize and put players in the wrong position. So when you're drawing up on the whiteboard, which is what the coach does, when you're leading the game, and it's a jump ball situation like this, Paul George's feet should be behind that guy's defender, right? Luckily, Paul George and Kawhi raced back. But this is bad alignment by the coach already. Why is a Clipper player on the other side of the court, BJ? We are winning the game. All we have to do, just like in the lob situation, you put the big players at the rim to protect the lob. That Phoenix had no way out. Nobody is hitting a .97 jumper 99.9% of the time, and if they do, you live with it. But you played the high percentage, which is the lob, which you showed in the video. That's dumbass coaching by Tyronn Lue. He didn't play the high percentage lob. He actually played the low percentage of a guy catching and shooting the ball 20, 30 foot from the basket with 0.9 seconds. The high odds of that shot's not going in at all. So the great odds was the tip lob, or the lob for the tip in. That was the high percentage. You played the low percentage when you should have been playing the high percentage. Right here in this screen, you look at all the white jerseys should be on the defensive side of the court. Why? Because we are already winning. We need to play defense. Why you got anybody lined up on the other side of the court is fucking awful. Terrible. God awful. We don't need the fucking ball. What we need to do is play defense. If we get the ball, we get the ball. But let's put all the defenders on that side of the court so they can't score at the last minute to win the game. Play the high percentages of winning. Why you play the low percentages? If we get the tip, that's a low that's not the highest percentage. You play defense in this situation. This is a bad alignment of jump ball, and this is what the coach should be drawing. This is middle school errors. This ain't rocket science. This ain't Thomas up here telling y'all something that nobody. This is fucking clear, elementary, wrong lineup defensively at jump ball while you're winning the game. This is fucking terrible. Terrible. It makes no sense. But you know, you said everything else, BJ. You know, somebody made the comment in the chat too. Let me fix that comment. Well, the Clippers was losing when Terance Mann started. No shit. That's because everybody else on the court wasn't guarding their man. Terance Mann was. No shit. Also, Terance Mann played 26 minutes, so he played outside the first quarter, right? So if you don't give up 30 or 40 points in one quarter, that means the whole team's playing defense, right? But what happens? You're down 10, 15 because nobody else is guarding their man. Because Maxey wasn't fucking doing shit, as you proved, and thank you for proving that. Because most of the people don't understand. They ain't gonna get it. They too fucking slow. They just turn the TV on and they see a round ball bouncing across the court, and they see somebody shoot it, and whoever was near the guy that shot it, oh, he got cooked. That's what they speak like when they speak. That's not basketball. So, but yeah, Coffee getting, and I told you this, BJ. You remember you had a conversation early on, and he's like, and I reiterate this. See, that's what good basketball understanding does. They reiterate the same thing that is common sense, right? You reiterate it so everybody knows. You don't just assume everybody knows something. No, you reiterate it and you reiterate it. That's what a real coach does. You asked me earlier in the season, all right, are you happy Terance Mann started? I said, you got what you wanted when Terance Mann started. I said I kind of did, because if he don't play and match all the minutes of the small guards, it ain't gonna matter. And then we started winning. BJ, you asked me another question. You said, all right, we winning now. So, are you happy? I said, kinda. There's no question marks though, BJ, because in the playoffs, when you trot out there Powell or Bones or Harden, even Westbrook at times. Westbrook's good as guard his man, but his team rotating defense and all that is terrible. He's lazy. He hustles for stats. He don't hustle for non-stat plays, right? He guards his man. He does a good job of that. I give him his flowers for that. But in the playoffs, see, Tyler, I've said this over and over. In the playoffs, Tyler ain't gonna have no choice about this shit. These guys are going to get targeted, like you put on the screen. Maxey targeting Coffee. When you get ISO, my brother, that's called targeting. They want your ass one-on-one because they know you can't guard them. They know you can't guard them. So when that happens, you said it all, BJ. Like I said, you took my thunder. You took all the words out of my mouth. Max is targeting the weak link. You remember in LA, Terance Mann didn't. You know why? The people say, well, Terance Mann wasn't on the court, and they started with, okay, well, Terance Mann wasn't on the court in LA, and Maxey went the fuck off in the fourth quarter. Why? He saw weakness. Wait a minute. He saw weakness. Ain't that the same thing Ant-Man said? When Powell and Harden and it was on the court, I saw weakness. I saw mismatches. Bingo. In the playoffs, Tyronn Lue, like you said, BJ, he's going to have to make the right adjustment. He's going to get fired. And these players that he's trying to play, whether we win or lose these games, is going to be targeted in the playoffs. If we play Denver, Mike Malone is going to go at James Harden. He's going to go at Coffee. He's going to go at Powell. He may not go at Westbrook as much as them, but he'll go Westbrook more. He goes to Terance Mann. I promise you the fuck that. That's what he will do. And BJ, people like to reference regular season, right? Terance Mann locked the fuck up on Jamal Murray in the regular season. I want to beat Denver. I want to see Denver. Okay. Terance Mann locked Jamal Murray the fuck up. Nobody else was doing it, right? So in the playoffs, BJ, I still ain't happy. Like you said, Terance Mann only playing a certain amount of minutes. With Terance Mann's a weak league on offense. BJ, what you should have put on the fucking screen, or if you still have it right now, you can put Terance Mann's shooting splits up there for the past fucking, I don't know how long. I can't remember how long it was. Terance Mann been lighting it the fuck up. Right? And his playoff 3-point percentage, he shot 47% last year. He's going to score the ball. Nobody cares that he had a rough game shooting here or there. And oh, by the way, BJ, everybody wants to give Paul George hate. Everybody wants to say Kawhi won the game last night. I promise you this: Kawhi Leonard would have been sitting out another fourth quarter, not come back in the game, and Paul George didn't take over that fucking fourth quarter and score 11 points in 7 minutes. Kawhi would have stayed his ass right on that bench. See, Kawhi came in with 9 minutes to go. There wouldn't have been no 9 minutes if Paul George had to go. So let's see if the people come in the chat with all that hating, and let's see if they come in the chat and give PG his flowers, or if they just say, "Oh, Kawhi was Superman." Kawhi would have had no fucking chance to be Superman if Paul George didn't do what he did. So we're gonna see if the guy Paul George gets his flowers, BJ, on this show, and I end my part there.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I was saying PG definitely he took over in that fourth quarter. And then Kawhi had those 2 heroic plays towards the end. So great senses, my man. Let's go to my man Jonell. What's good, Jonell? Jonell, you on mute.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you,
Hello?
brother.
Hey, my brother
you now.
BJ. Hey, Thomas. Good soliloquy as always. Broke it down. And yesterday
Appreciate
was one of those games, guys, that we just had to grind it out. It didn't look pretty, but we had to, despite the bad coaching, like I said in the chat, we came out with the victory. It was Kawhi had to dig into his Kawhi is a player that he pays himself, but he showed yesterday that he's able to elevate his game to a whole different level. But yeah, the Philly is a great team because they're great, well coached. Props to Nick Nurse. They came out with a solid game plan. Nick Nurse knows where Kawhi operates for the majority of for the most part. He knows where he operates. And they made sure they made it a point that they're gonna double him like always. That most coaches will do. When I look at the game, the numbers, everything was pretty much similar, except for the rebounding part. We got to rebound it slightly. It wasn't like a big disparity, but we did get most of his offensive rebounding, by Mo Bamba. They got a lot of second chances, and that's pretty much we did get a lot more fast breaks, and it's because because that push towards the end, the second half of the game, James Harden, he gets a lot of minutes. Coach, this is when guys, when coaching matters. Ty Lue, he overplayed James Harden again, and Terance Mann did not see the floor in the fourth quarter. That cannot happen again. Especially with a player as the all-star player, a point guard as Maxi, great. He's great, but that they were running the high ass pick and roll, all game when he saw Terance Mann on the other not at the other end. So they were running that thing like it was running out of style. And he's a great point guard, but he has to have that high pick and roll, and that's a sign of respect, like you said, BJ. Terance Mann, but hey, Ty Lue things, you know. But other than that, everything was just man, we had to grind it out. Paul George was a revelation in the second half. He started, he was bad defensively was doing a lot of weird stuff as far as defensive. He was getting drive by everything, but I guess he said it to himself. I ain't gonna play better, and he showed that he's able to change the game now, and he's the player. He became pretty much the player that we know he is. Pretty much on both ends. Vintage Paul George get his offense. Credit to him. He got it out of that rough start. You know what I mean? Offensively and defensively, he started playing solid defense. But boy, oh boy, Kawhi Leonard, man, everything was. It seems to me like everything that those few minutes at the end happened in slow motion. Kawhi with those two N ones, it was like unbelievable. It's just we saw why Kawhi Leonard is one of the best players of all time. Top 35 in my opinion. And we saw why he's top 5 right now. Also top 10 for if you want to put him that, but he's definitely we show why he's a top 5 player in our league today. He dominated. Offensively, when he doesn't have it going, he'll find ways to win. That's why he's Kawhi Leonard. That's why he's one of the best players to ever play. That's why he's a top 75 player of all time. Kawhi Leonard is, and we saw why he is in that level, that tier, top echelon player. Even though when the night that he couldn't buy a basket, he managed to put his team on his back, 2 and 1s, and his defense was unbelievable. Like Kelly, I don't know who told Kelly Oubre that he could just drive on Kawhi Leonard and not face any repercussions. I don't know. Like that. He pinged that ball to it's a bad ball, like so loud. Yeah.
So now I want to ask you a question. Is what you're saying right now, are you calling that flipping that switch? That's what Kawhi did when he came in the game.
Exactly.
It's called flip the switch to playoff mode, right? Okay then.
Yep.
So yes, BJ Jonell is saying we can flip a switch, right? So we saw the bitch flip in the fourth, right? Guess what? We'll see these motherfuckers in 3 weeks, man.
Exactly. And it's gonna be a 9-day difference. Like Kawhi flipped the hell of that switch to state it correctly, Thomas. He just it happened all in slow motion pretty much. But yeah, man, that block was loud as hell, bro. Like bam. But Kawhi Leonard, we gotta give, that's what for all y'all that didn't know, yeah, he's that dude again, and he's always been. But our team, credit to the team. But like I said it before in other lives, BJ, we're gonna win despite Ty Lue, and we're gonna win this championship next year. During the regular season, I think that if it's the same story, they're gonna look to move him, because we just can't do that. We can't be losing games, new stadium. I think that they're gonna make a decision on him, but if man, that's next year. Right now, Ty Lue needs to start ramping things up. I noticed yesterday, Kawhi, instead of coming in mad late in the fourth quarter, 5 minutes left. He came in the 9th minute mark, and that was good. That was pivotal right there. And yeah, those are playoff minutes, as he should. Yeah, Tyrese Maxey, by the way, he's a great point guard, but like for y'all to be we're saying that he was scoring and this and that. Yeah, that high pick and roll, they had to milk the thing out. They had to run it, until they couldn't no more. And we saw, that's why Terance Mann. That's why we should give more minutes to Terance Mann, because that's gonna be the difference with these fast gunning point guards that the league has, especially Tyrese Maxey. That he's pretty much, I see him as a faster, slightly more athletic Damian Lillard. You know what I mean? To me, and he caused havoc. You know what I mean? He gave us fits when we didn't have Terance Mann. Same story. But that's my soliloquy. Where I'm looking forward the next tomorrow we're facing Orlando. This is a different Orlando team, and they're motivated with Paulo Banchero. We gotta come in with the game plan to just beat this teams, and we gotta win this game. They're they're good, they're young, but we gotta show dominance versus these young teams, and we're not gonna win them all when it comes to obviously when we face the better teams. We're gonna be right there with them, and sometimes we may lose some games. It's fine, but we cannot lose games versus teams that don't have their star players. That's a no-no, and we can't be losing games versus teams that are below our tier and younger than us. They're just getting it together. We gotta start showing dominance when it comes to that, and we have the personnel. We got everything. The coach is gonna be the difference, but that's my soliloquy. Y'all keep on cooking.
Let me go to
Yeah.
appreciate you, Jonelle. Let me go to JM.
Sir.
What's good, JM? You on mute, bro.
Damn, unmute your mic.
All right. JM ain't on. Let me go with Tyson real quick. What's good, Tyson?
What's good, brother BJ? Salute to Kawhi for stepping up. I've been calling for him to do that. Paul George played a great game. He kept him in the game, and a lot of times. I was just saying that y'all took my words a little bit. I was just saying that when Terance Mann was in the game, they were struggling offensively. We saw in the second quarter. Y'all go to the fourth. You skipped the second quarter. You went straight to the fourth quarter. The second quarter, when that second unit came on, they won that quarter. They played very well with them. They played good defense. They weren't getting killed on offense that quarter. I think they had a 20-point quarter. That quarter, I watched the whole game. I think they had a 20-point quarter that quarter. The Sixers did, and I think that you guys outscored them pretty handily in that second quarter, which was huge. So in the third quarter, kind of the same thing happens. Your defense doesn't look great. You give up 29 points. Y'all scored 29 points, but Terance Mann, to me, wasn't impactful in that game. As you say, he played well. He started missing shots in that third quarter, and then in the fourth quarter, you go with the guys that you're riding, and they won that quarter handily in the fourth quarter. So I don't understand how we blame Tyronn Lue in that situation for going with the guys that are playing better in that situation. Now, other scenarios, you're talking about plus minus in the playoffs. I'm talking about last night and him putting the players out there that won the game, and we saw what they did. So I just disagree with that, blaming Tyronn Lue for not playing Terance Mann. Was he when he wasn't that impactful? And the numbers just state that. In the second quarter, you guys won when he didn't play. In the fourth quarter, you guys won when he didn't play. So Tyronn Lue made the adjustments, and you guys won the game. And I think you should be giving kudos to Tyronn Lue. I'm not saying he deserves kudos all the time, but I'm just saying in that situation, he played the guys that won the game, so he deserves credit.
I think because T-Man, he shot 5 for 9. Coffee shot 3 for 5.
T-Man was the only man scoring the ball, so that debunks all that right there.
Hold on,
He
Terance
was the
Mann
only man
Terance,
scoring the ball. He scored
Terance,
6 points in the first quarter.
Terance,
What are you
Terance Mann was the
Right.
best.
Kawhi
Terance Mann
and
was
Paul
the
George didn't
best.
score a fucking thing. They was trash.
Why would you say he was the only
best.
man scoring the ball?
Hey, let
Because he
BJ
was the
get
only
out
man
what he
scoring
got
the
to
ball.
get
6
out.
points?
Hold on. Let BJ get out. Yeah,
Y'all,
go
I'm
ahead.
gonna start muting y'all. Y'all keep doing that shit.
That's
Damn,
crazy.
man. Terance Mann was scoring the ball. Him and James Harden the first half. No one else was scoring the ball with those two. Then in the whole game, Tyrese Maxey, like I'm showing screenshots and pictures, he was calling for screens every time T-Man was guarding him.
Yeah, that's part of their offense.
No. When Maxey sees you call offense, when you call for screen, you respecting your opponent. He wasn't doing that with Amir Coffey. He was just blowing past him. So you can't guard one-on-one, and you're getting blown past to the point where now we have to double team you. Well, you know what that brings when you have to double team somebody, that puts everybody off balance on the defensive end. You didn't have to do that if you already had a defender who kept them under control. The first game that they played against the Clippers in LA, Max only had 5 points in the whole first half. He goes in the second half, has 19. So that's two instances where you had a better defender and you took him off the court.
I understand what you're saying, and I respect you guys' opinion. But in my opinion, when you calling for a pick and roll, and this what everybody in the league does, you're taking advantage of the mismatches, right? This is what the league is, a mismatch league, especially in the playoffs, right? So if I got James Harden on the court, who's a minus defender, or why would I attack Terance Mann? But at the end, like I said, the defense is the sum of your parts. It's not an individual game. So if I score 28 points or 30 points on you when Terance Mann is on the floor, and to me, Amir Coffey has shown a lot of times to be a more aggressive scorer and a more decisive scorer. I just been watching the Clipper games for the whole season, and I just feel that Amir Coffey brings a plus to your offense. That Terance Mann is just a little bit hesitant when he gets the ball and slows down the offense a little bit. So
Coffey ain't scored the ball in fucking 2 months.
What's that?
That dude's been trash offensively. He's the one that won't shoot the ball no more. Coffey. He
I
ain't
saw
doing
him.
a fucking thing.
I watched the
He was
game
hot-
last
he
night.
was
He
hot
shot
for
the
like
ball with
1 month.
confidence. I watched the game last night.
Last night. But you spoke
Hey,
on
but
what you said.
Hold on.
What you said was speaking on longevity. So stay on that.
This is what Terance Mann's been doing since January.
Come on, man.
56% from
Don't come out here with nonsense.
45%.
I'm not BJ. I understand when Amir Coffey gets wide open shots, he does take those shots. But I'm just saying, Amir Coffey to me,
He's not been a better offense player. He's not been a better defensive player.
Amir Coffey to me, when I watch the Clippers, I see him shoot with a little more confidence, and he shoots a more contested shot when Terance Mann doesn't shoot those shots. Yes, he shoots a great percentage on wide open threes, and you'll see that most of his threes, if you look at the advanced analytics, his shots are wide open.
No, I'm saying if you see what I'm seeing on the screen, everybody's seeing what we all seeing. He's playing better offensively and he's playing better defensively.
All I'm saying is those are wide open shots, and all I'm saying is last night when you would look at the production, when you look at what they produced when he was off the court, it was just better.
It was better because the stars were better.
It was better because of Kawhi and Paul George. Because if Kawhi and
Paul George didn't play good in the second quarter.
Right, Kawhi was arguably the worst player in the whole fucking game for 3 quarters. So if you want to pick on people, we pick on Kawhi. But here's the thing: if Paul George and Kawhi are not Superman in the fourth quarter, y'all ain't saying none of this shit. We only saying this because Kawhi saved the day. Because as good as Paul George was, if Kawhi didn't play Superman on both ends of the court, then we're not saying none of this shit we saying.
I said that at the beginning of my statement. I said that, but I'm talking. But what about that second quarter, Thomas?
What about the second quarter? Terance Mann played in the second quarter.
No, he didn't. He played 5 minutes.
Yes.
He
played though.
BJ, what Tyson said.
He played though.
What Tyson saying is what I've been saying that we may see in the playoffs due to Coffey being so confident confident when he's out there, I think we is gonna see T-Man minutes get cut.
Thanks.
So
That's
I
all
mean,
I'm saying. The realist,
that's all he's
they
saying.
argue with
That's
me just
really
to
all he's
argue with me,
saying,
bro,
and
because I'm not
that's
a
what
Clipper
I've been
fan.
saying. Not saying
Kofi has not been confident in a month and a half. What are y'all talking about?
But what we're saying is, you can see he's kind of hesitant at times,
So is Kofi.
but you do see that.
Kofi ain't scored the ball in a month and a half. Y'all know that, right? He was hot a long time ago. That dude's been ice cold for a long ass time. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
see
he's
where.
been missing.
Or do you not know that?
Hold on, Amir
It's okay
Coffey,
to say you don't know that.
Amir Coffey hasn't been what he was for the last month and a half, 2
Right
months.
after the break,
So it's
after
like-
the
so
break,
it's no-
after
it's-
that
what I'm saying-
All-Star break, BJ. Right?
Is
So
that
you
a
can't knock
coincidence,
his
B?
back.
Is that a coincidence, the realist? That
saying,
when
though-
Amir Coffey's not playing well?
Hold on, Tyson. What I'm
Oh,
saying
my bad.
is-
Go ahead, bro.
What I'm saying is basically there was no excuse to take Terance Mann out the whole fourth. He
Hey,
does it when he's
and
playing
listen,
well.
listen, Tyson.
Hold on, y'all. I said when you got a person who's playing, carrying the offense the whole first half, he wasn't hesitant at all last night. So Tyson, you talking about yesterday? Terance Mann was not hesitant at all yesterday.
I disagree, BJ. I disagree. Like I said,
But he benched Tyson. He benched Kofi too. Do y'all realize Kofi started the game and had 17 points at halftime and got benched? He does the same shit to Kofi that he does to T-Man.
Right.
Do y'all realize that?
Right. I'm going by what I'm watching, and if you got a different opinion, that's fine. I'm not here to, you know what I'm saying. I'm just giving my opinion. I came on the show to give my opinion. I feel that Coffee. And if you watch the game, BJ, yes, Terance Mann does take wide open shots. Again, when I see him in the half court and the defender is a little closer to him, he's a little hesitant. And if you watch that game again and you watch it closely and just focus on man, there's a lot of shots to me that he could take if he was playing with confidence. And I feel he is a pretty good shooter. But I think if he was more aggressive, I think he would demand more minutes from Ty Lue. You know what I'm saying? And if he's not going to affect the game in a defensive manner because he's just one player and they're going to run pick and roll and attack Harden and all these other players and still give you 30 points a quarter with him on the floor, why wouldn't I put in a more confident player in Amir Coffey? And that's just my opinion, bro. And y'all can see it your way.
You can't measure a confidence thing with Amir Coffey.
Exactly.
The
can't say
production's
that.
not even there, bro. You going based off what
Coffey's been hesitant for 4 weeks.
Hold on, Shine. Damn. I said you can't measure and say a person.
I mean, they ain't telling the whole story. That's the problem.
Okay, that's where I come in and speak. I mean, if I need some help with anybody, I'll tell y'all. I don't need y'all to speak until I talk. What I'm saying is basically, Tyson, you can't measure a person's confidence based on what you just looking at on the screen. They both, Terance Mann shot 9 shots yesterday. Coffee shot 5.
Right.
He was popping off the field.
It's not about. That's what I'm saying. It's not about. See, I'm watching the game. I'm not saying if the player is open. If he's not open, then don't shoot the shots. I agree with that. If a Coffee's not open, I'm not telling him to force shots. That's not what I'm saying, bro.
Coffee be open. Coffee be open. He just went to shoot.
There's no confidence. There is no confidence.
Coffee has lost all his confidence.
There's no
I
confidence.
disagree, bro. That second quarter, he what'd he go 4 for 5 or something?
There's no confidence Amir Coffey has that Terance Mann has. There's no confidence.
All right. I'm just giving you my opinion. Y'all, you got it. You got it.
Yeah.
Let me go to Taz real quick. I'll go to Taz, and y'all, you go Taz. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you all good. You all good. Salute everybody. Salute.
Salute.
What's good, Taz? On this Amir Coffey and Terance Mann situation, I'm gonna just respond to this real quick, man. I understand what y'all saying. I understand both sides because Amir Coffey is a very confident offensive player. But like BJ was trying to tell you earlier, dog, it's a simple thing as matchups. Simple. You got Tyrese Maxey, 6'1", 6'2" guard. Amir Coffey, 6'7". All right. Who would you rather have between Amir Coffey and Terance Mann guarding Tyrese Maxey? That's to you, Tyson. Just answer that question real quick.
I like Terance Mann's defense. I think he's a tough defender. I don't think it necessarily plays on height when you guarding smaller guards like that. I think Terance Mann moves his quick feet a little better than Coffey. So I say defensively, if we're just talking about individual defense, I'll go Terance Mann.
Okay, good. All right, so we got Terance Mann for defense. All right, Terance Mann started off the game hot. He's really the only reason why we kept up in that first quarter. He was the one making shots. He was the one that was attacking. He was the one that got us there. I can give you Amir Coffey coming in that second quarter and doing his job. Now in that fourth quarter, if you replace Terance Mann with Amir Coffey with those same shots that Amir Coffey had in that fourth, do you think there will be a difference in those shots between those two?
No, he missed. He only took one shot, I think, in the fourth.
Exactly our point. All right.
Mhm.
That's exactly our point. It's just a matchup thing. Like I understand, like Tyronn Lue wants to play Amir Coffey because of size, but there's
That
sometimes
too,
where
right?
size is a detriment. Just like what
Especially when
BJ
Zubac's
showed
off
you,
the court.
Zubac. Exactly. Like with Zubac, if he's going against, even though Luka Doncic is slow, Luka Doncic is still faster than Zubac.
Mhm.
So with Amir Coffey, even though he can move his feet, he can't move his feet to the speed that Tyrese Maxey is going, because Tyrese Maxey got a hell of a motor on him.
Oh,
Amir
quickest player
Coffey,
one of the quickest players in the game.
exactly.
Mhm.
So you need some incredibly quick
Kawhi.
feet.
He was cooking Kawhi too.
And like this is another
Yeah,
point.
and if,
With
and
Amir
if Maxey
Coffey,
ain't scoring, if Maxey can't score in the fourth quarter, we ain't in the position we fucking in the first place.
another thing, like in the same
That was
position,
trash, though.
like if we replace Terance Mann and Amir Coffey in that fourth quarter, that would be an elevation in defense in that fourth quarter if Terance Mann replaced him.
Yes.
It wouldn't be no
And
elevation in
offense.
offense because not even just offense. I'm not even gonna bring it up because Amir Coffey only shot 1 point. Well, shot one shot. According to him, he only shot one shot.
Yeah,
So
that's
if
what
he
I'm
only
saying.
shot one
T-Man would have
shot,
shot more than that.
I mean, it don't matter if he would have shot more. If he would have just shot one shot, that's equivalent right there. There is no play on offense at all.
That's not
So
the
if we
point,
just
though,
going by
brother.
that,
I see what you're saying.
no,
That's not the
no, but
point,
hold
though.
on, hold
Having
on.
your best.
Let me finish
Go ahead.
off.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm
Let
sorry.
me finish off. Let me land the plane on that one.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. So all I'm saying is Amir Coffey was out there to make the right plays at the right time in the fourth quarter. All we saying is Terance Mann would have been a better choice for that person to be in the right position at the right time. Do you see Amir Coffey going for offensive rebounds often?
Fuck no.
Exactly. It's a right place, right time, right person kind of thing. That's why Terance Mann should be elevated in that fourth quarter instead of Amir Coffey in that situation. Now, if we're playing against a bigger team like New Orleans, I can understand Amir Coffey. I can understand that. You ain't got too many players on that other side of the floor that's going to be that quick, except for CJ McCollum. But CJ is at an older age now. He's being a lot more passive now. So I can understand Amir Coffey being in that situation. My bad. I'm tired as hell. I just got done running, y'all. But
I appreciate
Go ahead.
you, Terance. I want to say this. You know how many rebounds Terance Mann had?
Go ahead.
I want to say
You know how many-
6 or something.
Yeah, 7.
7.
You know how many rebounds Amir Coffey had?
Probably 1, maybe.
2.
0.
Zero.
Trash.
There you go.
No, not trash. He's not trash.
Thank you.
Come on. That's good. Not
Zero
trash.
rebounds is trash. 0 rebounds and 6'7" is trash. Go ahead, BJ.
You got a person who's outscoring you, out rebounding you, and a better point of attack defender. Why do I have him on the bench?
Damn.
This dude?
Right.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I think y'all look at it. I don't. Well, okay.
And guess what, Taz? He will get fined by New Orleans too. In the playoffs, you're gonna see Coffey is coming off that court. His defense is overrated, as BJ showed y'all on the fucking screen. He will get Cullen will cook his ass. Ingram will cook his ass, and Zion. Well, Zion is bigger than most of all of them anyway. Coffey ain't going nobody on him either. And if he goes Herb Jones, he's gonna get out. He's gonna get schooled on the glass by Herb Jones too. So you gonna see it. He's gonna get played off the court.
Honestly, like with Amir Coffey though, Amir Coffey is not a bad defender. Like it's not
He's
like
not a
he's
bad
terrible.
defender, but he ain't great either. And then he better be great guarding McCullum, Ingram, and Zion. He better be great.
He has to step up to the challenge if he's put up in that position. But I would much rather have Terance Mann in that position, honestly. But Amir Coffey, I can understand what old boy was saying, Tyson was saying. Like he is like when he's on the offensive end, he's more confident Now, at this point of the season, Terance Mann has definitely gained his confidence back. So I'm gonna need Amir Coffey to go ahead and reach where Terance Mann is at right now. Because like when I saw that first quarter, I already knew Terance Mann was gonna have at least anywhere from 10 to 15 points. And I done already told y'all I would like Terance Mann to average 15. And all that is, Terance Mann is in the right places at the right time, getting tip backs, actually trying to shoot open threes. He actually tries to cut to the rack. Those are points that he get. You don't have to write him into your offensive script for him to score his points. So that's why I like Terance Mann being in that position a lot more than I like Amir Coffey. But at the same time, Amir Coffey ain't too bad of a choice either.
He's just too big to guard Maxi. He's too close to the floor, man. Like you just how much confidence you expect Terance Mann to have when he's playing well and you bench him for the fourth for no reason.
Yeah, that can happen.
When you say he needs more confidence, when you playing well and you still get benched.
Yeah, it's great.
You can't say confidence, man, when he's playing well and you bench him.
Hey, yeah, you know what else Terance Mann does better, Coffee? He plays bigger than him.
Oh yeah.
Let me go to
he plays bigger than that dude. Terance Mann plays like he's fucking 6'8". He don't play like he's 6'5". He plays bigger. They ain't nothing Coffee does. Terance Mann don't do better.
No, he's long. Terance Mann is long, so that his height is
He's longer. His vertical is better. Everything's better.
JM tripping, bro. I love JM, dog.
Go ahead, JM.
No respect, but I salute Pull Up, salute Fano, salute all of y'all.
Salute JM.
I said a while ago, right, that Thomas reminded me of my why she dead now. But either way, in a way, like you got it when people.
Oh, you cut out. You cut out.
My wife for 29 years taught me something. When I talk, I better not take a breath. Cause as soon as I take a breath, she about to jump in.
It gets even worse when you want to fabricate a fucking story. Because Kobe started ball good for like 3 weeks and then got ball So if we gonna speak on something, make sure you tell the whole fucking story. And I want to say nothing. How about
that? JM, we got to start doing Thomas like they do Giannis at the free throw line. We got to start counting.
Thomas, I admit that I don't know. Now I admit that I don't know. You just taught you. You remind me of somebody I used to know. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not even gonna breathe. It's gonna be a run-on sentence. Yeah, it's gonna be a run-on sentence. I ain't even gonna stop. Like a freestyle.
I mean, or y'all just don't lie and just don't fabricate the fucking story, and then I won't have to say it.
No, it's all good.
Do I have to say anything to go down? Do I have to say anything to go down? I asked him a question, that's it. I don't have to say anything to him, because he don't lie.
A friend of mine asked me to say this best rhyme, so I said this rhyme. All right, now at Terance Mann actually, and Coffee, that's a good comparison. I will give the edge of confidence to Coffee. I'm not saying he's a better player, but he does play a little bit more aggressive. But on Terance Mann's side, Terance Mann remind me of when Kawhi came into the league his rookie year at San Antonio, and the same way he was with San Diego. He came in the league defensive minded. Even with the Spurs, Kawhi was really only known for the defense. It took him about a year or two to get the offense packed. You know what I'm saying? He was he won the MVP for defense, not for his points. You know, Chairman all of them was the scorers. Anyway. So Terance Mann, the same way, he defensive minded. Now, had Terance Mann had the same kind of upbringing or coaching, Terance Mann offense is just not starting to shine. He got the offense, but he just still got to learn how to balance it, and he'll get that. He probably been further ahead had he been developed better. But he is timid on offense. He is like. but he getting it. He could score 39, but he'd be like, yeah. But I give him about another year of some more coaching development, and he probably will take Coffee's spot because Coffee is aggressive. He's extremely aggressive, but he's really only good for his open 3-point shots. He drives. He's a good driver to the rim, not like Mann is. He rushes out there. But I don't know. In certain games they could play different, but that's just how I view them. Like they both good, but they both got different strengths. But I'm gonna give the edge to T-Man once he get more developed, because his offense is there and his defense is there. Once he figure out how to put that shit together, same thing Kawhi had to do. He'll be he'll be a good young man. Now, as far as the game goes, to borrow the immortal words of Bruce, Kawhi played like trash, and I gotta put that shit on the keypad.
I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't agree. But keep going. Keep going.
That's my dude. But he was 2 for what 12. But once he got caught on, he did catch in.
They redeemed themselves, man. The fourth.
Huh?
They redeemed themselves in the fourth. Him and PG.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but I got a point. Like I said, I got to make it a freestyle. I'm gonna talk faster.
Give me some of that weed, brother. Come on, man.
Hey, you there? Where is that? I don't know what you said, but I don't know what you. It's a good. You there? Where is that? But no, Kawhi played like he didn't play as good as Paul George didn't play as good as, but I liked it about that. Of course they redeemed themselves, but I liked it about how our team was still able to play. Like I stress team ball. So it was an example of, even though Kawhi was off, PG came in when he needed to, which is why we do need somebody like PG. That's his job, is to pick up the weight of Kawhi is off. He did that. Our team was still able to play with both of them off. And at the end, the two people who getting paid the most money came in and sealed the game. That's how this shit's supposed to work. As far as Ty, it's just Ty. We just gotta live with it and still win. I'm done trying to figure out Ty. I'm done. Like I'm not even gonna think about what he do no more. I just hope that we able to win regardless. And we did that. We won regardless. A very ugly game, but we pulled it off, and that's what it is. And go Clip gang, and I give up relinquish the floor.
And let me add to that, BJ. I'm gonna tell you why we really won that game. We won that game because we started attacking the basket. Now,
there you go.
Now I didn't want to have to do this shit, but if we would have lost, I was gonna do this shit. I was gonna do this shit. But that shit that PG did. Now, and I get it. You know what? Some people feel like, like I say, PG got us. He brought us back, right?
Yeah.
So some people say, you know what? That's his game to lose. If he fuck up, that's his game to lose because he brought us back. But we down 2 points, BJ, and PG shoot that crazy ass three, that unnecessary three, and and that's what I say, BJ, with the IQ when it comes down close games like that, because I'm just thinking like, what in the hell are you doing, man? You didn't need the three, but like you say, he played defense. And if y'all want to say that the ref blew the call, so fucking what? We don't get no fouls anyway. We don't get no fouls. Our superstars don't get fouls. So if they blew that call at the end of the game, so fucking what? But what they showed last night was some heart because how they won it. It was a close, ugly game. And BJ, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be playoffs games where you gotta win like that.
Yeah.
You gotta win like that. And it's gonna be that team, and you know that team I'm talking about, where you may have to win like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So quick question, and I know this is a Clipper channel, but why the hell did Mo Bamba not play the fourth quarter?
We made them play our style, small
He
ball.
hurt his knee. He hurt his knee.
Oh, is
If
that
you
what it
remember,
was?
remember,
He
yeah, he
stayed in
remember,
after that though, JM.
yeah, but
Because
he didn't stay in too much longer.
he was doing damage.
He was.
Yeah, he was. But remember, when he hurt
He
his
was
knee,
killing
he
dude.
walked off the court. I think that came in and fucked him up at
I
the
think
end.
because that was,
Yeah.
to me, that was a big. Paul Reed didn't nearly have the impact of what Mo Bamba was doing in rim protection, in rebounding,
Yeah.
in making shots. I think Mo Bamba was 5 or 8 or
And
6 and
Tyson,
something.
that's my point. Stop
Yeah.
making it easier for the fucking defense shooting all them fucking jump shots. Attack the basket, man.
Right, but I think with Paul Reed on the court instead of Mo Bamba, that just made the going to the basket more inviting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, it
It
was.
definitely
Take
helped.
advantage.
It definitely helped. It helped. It sure did. Mobamba was a beast.
Mo Bamba was
Yeah,
playing
it
real well that
helped.
game. I was
Yeah,
shocked. I
he
was
played
like, where was
hard.
this Mo Bamba for all the other teams? I was like, damn,
He,
the Suns can use a Mo Bamba.
we could use a
Yeah.
Mobamba. Yeah, we could use him. We'll send him Tyson Plumlee for Mobamba.
Right?
Let me go to let me go to Kirk. Let me go to Kirk real quick. What's good, Kirk? Kirk, the mic's muted.
Yo,
Yo,
my bad. What's going on, y'all? It's been a minute since
Yo.
I've been on this chat. What's going on, BJ?
What's up, bro?
What's going on, Clippers fans?
Salute. Clippers.
Salute, fans.
Uh-oh.
I've been working. No, I've been on and off with the Clippers game, but I definitely watched that game last night because I had to. I was like, okay, so we lost the first one against them, which was kind of shaky. Lost the Pacers. I don't know. Like I said in the chat, I think the Clippers are just an autopilot. I mean, we already talked about this. They're built for the playoffs. They're waiting for the playoffs. So that's number one. So I think they're just in autopilot mode. They're just flowing out there. You could tell they're not really trying to do too much. They're just trying to run their sets and honestly just trying to beat teams with their talent, because they tried to beat the 76ers with their talent yesterday, and they had to get gritty. So but Tyronn Lue, yeah, he's definitely he's definitely a problem with the rotations. I mean, there was one point where I seen he had PJ Tucker, Amir Coffey, Harden, I think Westbrook, and Norman Powell on the floor. It was like, I don't know how long they was on the floor. I was like, why would you even just throw that lineup out there? I was like, that's a terrible lineup. But he just obviously still trying shit. So that's my thing with Tyronn Lue. He doesn't know when to stop. He doesn't know what, like, he needs to understand like what lineup he needs to run. So I do agree with you on that. And Terance Mann, he was a beast. He did everything on the floor. And whatever Amir Coffey conversation I was having, Terance Mann's definitely he's more effective. I don't care if Amir Coffey's a better one-on-one player than Terance Mann. He's a better player than Amir Coffey is. Like twice that. He was doing everything. Tip backs, like y'all just said. He was doing every little thing on the floor. So I don't know. And I'm not worried about his offense because the reason why he plays like that, because he has a role. That's the only reason why Terance Mann is playing like that. He's not playing because he's scared to shoot. He's not playing because he can't score. He's playing because he has a fucking role on the floor. That's why he's playing like that. That's the only reason why he's playing like that. If he was on a different team, you'd probably be like, who's this guy? Like, Terance Mann is playing a role. That's how good he is. Rondo even said that he liked Terance Mann. Like, he's a smart player, bro. You could tell. He knows exactly where to be on the floor. I'm not worried about Terance Mann at all. Terance Mann's a beast. Amir Coffey, obviously, he can't defend like Terance Mann, but Clippers, they wasn't aggressive. Paul George, Kawhi, I mean, obviously it was missing shots. Kawhi, you could tell Kawhi was just going through the motions, and you seen when he turned it up at the end, he had to. And honestly, he's the reason why the Clippers won the game. If he doesn't do what he did, he damn near had 3 blocks if the shot clock didn't go out. He blocked that nigga 3 times. So I'm like, like Kawhi just turned up and said, all right, we just need to win the game. So that's what's going to take. I mean, he turned into a superstar in the last 5 minutes. And Paul George, we all knew he was going to take that 3. I mean, I knew he was going to take the 3 when he saw that he was down. I mean,
Me
that's
too,
Paul
Kurt.
George.
Me too, Kurt.
Yeah,
You gonna
bro.
piss the realest
Facts, bro.
off,
I
bro.
seen that. I said, oh, he about to pull this shit. Watch this shit. And I'm not mad at Paul because he pulls it with confidence every time. But I'm like, either he's gonna
Paul
make
George
it.
played great last night.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, he played okay. I'm not gonna say he played great. He
Yeah,
played.
he
Nah,
I mean,
I thought he
played.
had a great game. Like you said, they was
He had a
abusing
great
that
second half.
small on small pick and roll. Like Tyronn Lue said, they was abusing that.
Yeah.
And Paul George was
Well,
hitting big shots to keep him in the game in that third quarter. He carried that
no, he
third quarter.
was. No, he did. I think he had a great second half. And I don't know if he had I'm not gonna say he had a great game, like a whole full game. I think he had
Oh
a
no,
pretty
no, no!
good
That
game.
first half was trash from everybody.
Yeah, yeah, they
Yeah.
was just shooting shots, like you just said, and like the realist said, they was going to the rim. And
I saw Kawhi, bro. I saw Kawhi get Kyle Lowry. I thought it was great play design two or three times when Kawhi got matched up on they smaller players. It was Kyle Lowry one time, and it was somebody else. And this nigga had turned it over the shoulder and hit the side of the backboard on Kyle Lowry. I was like, what is Kawhi doing out here today?
Yeah, but he just kind of faded. He faded way too. They was flowing, bro.
I was
They
like,
was
put
just
that nigga in the basket, bro.
you know,
Half your size.
yeah, bro. No, yeah, I'm about to say because they was, bro. They was just going through the motions, bro. And you got to think like, of course they lost against them, but this is still the 76ers team without Embiid. I'm not saying they're a bad team, but they're a mediocre team.
They are a bad team. They're not a playoff team with Embiid, bro.
No,
if you
of
look
course,
at the
I'm just
record
saying,
without
like,
Embiid, they're not a playoff team.
No, of course. I'm just saying, like, they're just exactly. They're pretty much a bad team, bro. So it's
Yeah.
like the Clippers are still kind of just coasting out there. And I know Ty Lue called them soft. I mean, they are playing soft, but I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, you're the coach. Like, you make some adjustments out there too. But they are playing. I wouldn't say they're playing soft, but they're playing like they're done with the regular season. They're playing like they're sleep. Like they're asleep right now. And we know that because the fourth quarter showed that they woke up. Kawhi was literally just shooting jump shots. He was like, all right, fuck it. Like, let me just take over the game. Like he was.
I think y'all taking that soft shit out of. I think y'all, like you say, PG. Like you say, we don't get the fouls, right? We don't get that. We haven't been getting that shit since the beginning.
That's
of
why
the
they don't go
season.
to the basket, Drills.
But I get that. But it does us no good when you go to the basket, right? And you think you get fouled. You missed the layup or whatever, right? Now you at the other end arguing with the ref, right?
Instead of playing defense.
See, that's what, and Lue said that in the post game. The referee ain't finna change the fucking call. So it's like, man, get your ass back in the game.
Man.
So that's why I took it at. What I took it as being soft is like it's because I was really watching this game. I'm like, okay, what is we about to do now? PG brought us back. Did he make that turnover before? Did we have a turnover? Didn't they have a turnover talking about the Philly? And then he came down and put up that three. Is that how that play went? It was a turnover, right? Something like that. But anyway, I was just watching how we was gonna close out this game. And I really feel like they did show some heart. They got aggressive. Because my whole thing is teams, and the guy who was calling the game, he said it. Teams now feel like only thing they got to do is play hard and be aggressive against the Clippers. And they can win against us. And it shouldn't be like that.
Like that old Clippers, like that Blake Griffin Clippers.
Right. It should not be like that.
They thought that shit last year too.
And like you say, Thomas, and I agree, Thomas, I would get a game ball to Kawhi because shit, Kawhi wanted this game. Kawhi, I'm not losing this fucking game.
Man,
So,
I was about to say, I don't.
Kawhi and Paul George won the game, and I like I told you, BJ, they gonna come in here and ain't nobody gonna acknowledge what Paul George saved the game, or Kawhi don't even see that court again last night.
Right. I said that.
But yeah, Kawhi was Superman. I agree with that. But Paul George saved the game because
I said that at the beginning.
That game was about to be a 30-point blowout right there in that fourth quarter. That shit was about to get ugly, and he saved the game. And then Kawhi finished it off. But either way,
I gave PG his props. I guess he do his props for doing his job. He did exactly what he there to do. Kawhi off, he's supposed to take up. That's why he's there. I'm proud of him for doing his freaking job. He want millions of dollars. Okay, do what you came here to do, and he did it.
He
And
did
then
it. He did it.
Kawhi woke up. It was
Real
a
quick,
team
but
effort, though. It was
real
a
quick
team
before I
effort,
bounce.
man.
Real quick before I bounce. Did I
Yeah.
tell you about my Suns and Nuggets matchup?
Oh my God.
Oh, come on,
Go
man.
ahead. Go
Just
ahead.
real quick. Did I tell you about it?
Hey, Tyson. Hey,
Come
Tyson.
on, man.
Tyson. Hey, hold up. Tyson, before you go, BJ, we all the realest. Everybody's missing something. Everybody, you know what we all missing?
I already
The
know,
Bucks,
Tom.
the Bucks blew a 20-point lead in the fourth quarter. Boston blew another 30-point lead, and Denver just folded. Stop saying it's all the Clippers. Everybody in the fucking league fold, man. We'll see y'all bitches in 3 weeks. Go ahead, Tyson.
Before I bounce, you know I'm a Suns fan and I come in here, I respect y'all, you know what I'm saying? But that Nuggets matchup is a win for us, bro. And I told everybody that.
No,
Y'all have a good day, man.
Hey, Tyson, y'all knock out Denver for us. Y'all knock out Denver for us, and then we'll knock y'all ass out then.
Hey, man. The realest will be over here drinking some old white Henny fucking Phoenix knocks out
Y'all
Denver.
knock out.
The realest will be drunk as hell on this show, cuz.
Y'all knock out Denver, and then we knock y'all out. Then shit, I'll take it.
That's what happened. I said y'all a tough matchup for us. You're in Minnesota. I said that already, but the Nuggets ain't.
At least you're
Nuggets
keeping
not.
it real.
They
Yeah.
don't got an answer for Kevin Durant though. They got no answer for
Well,
Kevin Durant.
They got no answer for Jokic in that drop coverage. We shoot the ball too well for Jokic to play that drop coverage against us, bro. And you got to keep him on the floor. So we just cut. And they didn't have Jamal Murray, so I'm gonna give him a little bell. But still, I've seen the matchup, and we.
Jamal Murray's a big difference, bro.
Wait a minute. So Denver losing more games without Jamal Murray? But you giving the MVP? But you giving who did get the MVP, the realest? Joker gonna get another MVP?
Thomas, did you say that already?
They say he's gonna get this year.
Let Jamal Murray miss the playoffs and watch the MVP go home in round one again.
They say he gonna. They say he getting that this year, Thomas.
Okay, dude.
Okay. He can get the MVP. If Jamal Murray don't play, that fucking MVP is going the fuck home. But if Paul George don't play, Kawhi be in around too. That's the fucking MVP. Point blank period.
But Jokic need a wing, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Jokic needs a wing. I can't even. That's just his game, bro. He's a big man. I can't even get mad at him, bro. He needs a wing, bro. He's just one of those players that needs a wing. Kawhi don't.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Reggie Jackson.
Nah.
Hey, to get back on the Clippers, though. To get back on the Clippers, I'm confused at the moment.
Kawhi's the ultimate wing, bro. He don't need a big man. He's Jordan, bro.
Hey, Thomas, I'll match you. And I just want to say this, and I'm off. Thomas, I will match you your Paul George MVP for Terance. I'll get an MVP to Terance Mann. How about that?
Hey, stop drinking, bro. Stop drinking. Stop drinking, bro.
No, I'm saying
The only problem giving is T-Man. He don't play T-Man
doing his job. Terance Mann coming out of nowhere doing this thing. He got the better percentage. So he deserved what, the best developed player or something?
Y'all know who's a damn near big game shorty that's gonna show up in all the big games? It's gonna be the best. Terance Mann he's a big game player. Y'all gonna see the best of him in the playoffs. I've been telling y'all this. He plays great in big games. That's what he does. He's always done that. But now he does handle the competition a little bit. He does play with his food a little bit. But in the big games, you'll see the playoffs. The people he's guarding ain't gonna be scoring. I promise you.
Hey, I got a quick question because I don't know why there's a certain sentiment about Kawhi last night that he played like ass. I don't get y'all statement on that.
2 quarters, gotta keep it real.
Listen, I'm Kawhi's biggest supporter, bro. And that motherfucker was garbage for the whole first half.
Yeah, he was bad. He was bad.
Wait.
The shots wasn't going in, man.
That's all it was. Hold on. That's what I'm saying. That is literally all it was. Like when I say this is one of Kawhi's best defensive games this year, I don't think y'all was really paying attention to Kawhi because from tip off, he was in go mode. As soon as I saw that first defensive effort by him, I knew he was in playoff mode. And he looked good on defense ever since tip-off. Like, it was literally from tip to the non-foul call. That nigga been playing defense that whole game.
Right. Yeah, he was.
So I don't
He was.
I don't understand
So
how is
who
that
was
player
getting
bad.
fried then? If Maxey was locked up and Kawhi was locking up, then who was getting fried?
Now, so I give props and I critique. And Kawhi, my dude, and he, man, 2 for 12 hitting the side of the backboard. He missed blank shot layups. He would say himself, okay, I had off game in the first couple of quarters, but I came on. Like, it ain't like, what I'm saying, crucifying them, but the first quarters, you missing point blank slams. You letting people block you. His mind wasn't in it. It was a trash first quarter.
Because he
Like you
wasn't
said,
locked in on offense. On the
Right,
defensive end and everywhere else around that floor, he gave effort. That is what I saw last night from Kawhi.
Right.
JM, let me ask you a question. So
But
all you
believe me,
telling me
I'm
is,
hard on Kawhi. I love Kawhi. I'm hard on him. It's my dude. But go ahead.
JM, let me ask you a question. So all y'all, all this whole chat is saying, do y'all realize all y'all saying? We flip the switch when we want to. That's all we saying. That's all we fucking saying. Period.
Yeah.
Kawhi flipped the switch when he got ready to flip the switch. So tell me again why the fuck I'm worried about the playoffs. I ain't.
Yeah, but you can't flip the switch if you don't know the switch is off. You realize, okay, the switch is off. Let me flip it on. You got to know when it's off too, though. So you got to say, okay,
he's going to do that
switch is
though.
off. You know what I'm saying? But that's what a good player do. That's what a great player do.
Look, you said what, BJ?
I
thought he said.
I don't know what BJ said. That was me. But Kawhi, I don't think he had a bad game, but you could tell he wasn't aggressive on offense. He was just going through the motions.
Bad stop. At my fault. Let me just say.
There we go.
Yeah, my fault. No, I'm just gonna say bad start. My fault. That's it. Not bad game. He had a bad start.
I got a quick question. I got a quick question for everybody. In the playoffs, if y'all saw 25% of what Kawhi gave y'all out of his playoff run, would y'all be mad?
25%?
25% of the playoff. No, I'm talking about like in the playoff. In the playoffs. 25% of what he gave. So let's say the games. How many games is it to the championship? Like 16, something like that.
Gotta win 16.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah,
right.
let me.
So 16 games, bro, and you get probably about 4 games like Kawhi played last night out of those 16. Would y'all be mad?
Hell no. Can't,
No, but he was rebounding and playing defense. Nah.
4 out of 16.
Yeah, and you can go each series too.
Nah.
One game in each series with him playing like that.
Oh, wait a minute. Playing like what, last night?
Yeah, offensive game just completely shot.
Oh, well, okay.
It wasn't completely shot though.
Until the end.
Oh, it was. No.
You see, Kawhi was going to the basket at the end because he did not trust his shoot.
And that's what I'm talking about, Taz. That's what I'm talking about. The shots not falling. Go to the basket.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't think he was aggressive. I think Kawhi was he just wasn't aggressive. That's all it was, bro. Because he just kept, Kawhi likes to shoot jump shots majority of the time, so it just wasn't falling. He was letting James Harden do his little sets, and he was literally flew until the fourth quarter. He was like, "Oh, okay, I need to turn up," and he turned up. That's all that happened, bro. I mean,
and to actually see both of the stars win the game like they did.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm just mad it was
I was
against
waiting on
Tyrese
that
Maxey.
video from Hearn, man. I know Hearn watching and listening, so I swear.
And his 3-point shot was flat, bro. So I think he just wasn't aggressive, bro. But if he was aggressive, I think, he just wasn't aggressive, bro. That's all I think why it wasn't. He just turned up at the fourth quarter. He said, I need to be aggressive.
He was 3 for 15, Kurt, going into the fourth quarter. He was shooting the ball. He just wasn't making the shit.
And then shit.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Coffee made that damn pass.
Yeah,
man.
he was shooting that motherfucker.
Coffee made that pass to Kawhi. I was like, man, come on, man. If you give me this shit in the playoffs, man. If you
But what I
Hey,
mean
but
by
that's why
aggressive
he
is
got.
like
That's
he
why he
wasn't
got
going
the
to the
big
rim
bucks.
like y'all said.
That's why he got the big bucks, because that's what he do. You know, he did what he do. He switched. He flipped the switch on because he
But
realized that
that's what
shit
I'm
was
saying
off.
though.
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying, bro. Like you can shoot the
Yeah.
ball that many times and not be aggressive. It's easy to shoot the ball. That's all he was doing was shooting. I'm not saying he was purposely
Yeah.
trying to miss, but you can tell that he wasn't trying to do anything spectacular. But when it came down
Right.
to it, he was like, okay, well, give me the fucking ball. And that's what he did. So I was like, he just turned it
That
up a notch.
that
Right.
fucker
That's
had
all I was
two
saying.
and ones. He had two and ones on each
Literally.
hand, with each hand. One
Literally.
hand, one on the
Each
right hand,
hand,
one
right,
hand, one
Thomas?
on the left hand. Come on, man.
He,
Yeah, this
exactly.
shit
He turned it
crazy
up at the end.
to
That's when
win the
that's when he
game
became
and hit the
aggressive, bro.
free
That's all I'm
throws.
saying, bro. He
But
became
no,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm not. I know I'm not the only
Exactly.
one. When Batum hit that corner three, I was like, God, damn.
Twice.
I
He like
remember
three
that.
times, bro.
I
Since
remember those.
He had two of them. He had
hold
two of
on,
them misses. That shit hurt.
Dude hit
hold
that
on,
shit
bro,
like
hold
three
on. Since
times,
ain't
bro.
nobody gonna
Hey,
say
wait
it,
a
I'm
minute.
gonna say it right now.
Who said
I
that shit hurt?
miss Nick
Who said that?
Batum, bro.
Oh man, that shit hurt like a motherfucker when he hit them
Yeah,
shots.
shit. You know what hurt more than that is when he threw James Harden shot off the backboard. That's what hurt me.
Oh, Thomas, man, did he time
Come
that shit
on,
perfect?
bro.
Man.
Bro, do y'all not miss Nick Batum, bro?
Yes. Yeah. I'm about to say
Yeah,
that.
we missed Nick too.
Yeah. I miss him. I sure miss the team. I sure
Oh,
miss him.
But guess what? If we can get James Harden with fresh legs in the playoffs and we go 25-5, I ain't gonna miss shit.
I don't know.
You got a
I
point
might
there,
see
bro.
Harden back.
I ain't missing
Oh,
shit.
no. I might
Yeah,
see
But
bro.
Harden back.
let me ask y'all another question.
I might see
Like we
Harden
just said, why are we playing this man James Harden 36 more minutes or 39 more minutes again? Do y'all realize he's playing the two stars in minutes?
because we don't have another point guard. You didn't realize that. Our only other point guard is Russ. Which one you rather have? That's the
Bones
truth.
Highland.
Yeah,
I mean, you're right. Bones Highland, out of all three,
I don't
who
know,
would you
Taz.
rather play?
Bone kind of got he kind of got wild, once he's
Right.
been a little wild,
That's why Harden plays all the minutes. We don't really have a choice.
But the real wants Westbrook to
Give
play
those
30.
You're right.
minutes to
Bones
Terance
was
Mann.
struggling.
Hey, give those minutes to Terance Mann then, and go all defense.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah,
Whoa.
that's a good idea.
Okay.
That's a great
Yo.
idea. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Man,
Nah,
Terance
for
Mann
if
real.
Terance
definitely
Mann
can play
plays
point
35
guard.
minutes, y'all do understand he's scoring 15 to 20 points, right? Y'all know that's
That's what
coming,
I'm
right?
saying, bro. That is what I'm saying. Thank
Yeah,
you for
that's a
finally
good
saying that.
plan. Yeah.
Oh,
Terance
Terrence Mann
Mann
can
plays
score the ball,
point
Y'all
bro.
say
guard.
He can
y'all
score.
gonna see in the playoffs because
Yeah.
it's gonna be a series where we have to play our defenders, and when that fucker plays 35 minutes and hangs up a fucking 18, 23-point game, we're gonna be right here talking about this shit. Y'all gonna see it in the playoffs. There's no doubt in my mind he's gonna have to play defense in the playoffs. And when he does, that means Terrence Mann is gonna have 30, 35 minutes. He is crossing 20 points on that scoreboard. I promise you that. I'm guaranteeing this shit.
And I could tell you that Terrence
I
Mann
can see
played
it.
point
I can
guard
see it.
when Kawhi Paul George was out. Terrence Mann was playing the point guard. He can play point guard. He sure can. He
What was
Hey,
played
they
he do
point
doing
know how
guard.
to
with
move
James
the ball.
Harden?
See, I
What
wish
was
we
they
Yeah, he
doing
had him
before
over
can
there
James
with
play
Harden,
Pop.
point
bro?
I ain't even
guard.
gonna lie to you.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know
What was they
something else
doing
too?
before James
With
Harden?
T-Man playing, that means more shots for Kawhi and PG. Everybody
Exactly.
wins.
Yeah, and it's
Man,
defense.
let
It's
me ask y'all
offense
about
and
Norman
defense.
Powell. Do y'all
Damn.
think Norman Powell has calmed down? Because he played more under control to me.
Because his
Oh,
head still hurt.
Russell Westbrook came back.
I
Like
mean,
your head
I think
still hurt.
Norm gonna be all right. Like,
Westbrook.
give Norm a
They
little
got some
bit of
sense. They
time,
got some
man.
sense into it.
No. I feel like he played under control. I feel like he's
Yeah.
calmed down.
We
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
like
we
it
only
like
had 8 turnovers last
Yeah,
night. And a lot of times we be having
that. I
15,
don't
20
like
yeah.
it.
turnovers.
I don't like him
He's attacking the
controlled.
rim. He's
I
attacking
like
the
him
rim more.
controlled.
Right. But don't he look more calmer? He's not
Yeah.
being too wild and trying to
Once
be
Yeah,
He
fancy
do.
and shit.
once he makes a
I mean,
move,
dude,
he
but
right.
commits to it.
we're like
That's
6
Yeah, I
more.
agree.
games in.
Oh, like he more precise. Okay. All right.
Yeah, but I mean, but we're like
That's
60
another
games
thing
in.
too in the playoffs.
Yeah. Powell can actually play defense when he fucking tries to.
Exactly.
So in the playoffs, I'm assuming he gonna turn up the defense. I would imagine.
Don't expect too much though. He's still
Stop that
knowing that.
switching. If we
He's
switch,
still bow-legged
that
like a motherfucker. But
that
I do
switching.
love his defense.
Hell
You
yeah.
had to go
Fuck.
there. You had to go there.
Oh,
I
hey,
had
Taz,
to.
I don't see how he don't stumble over his damn legs, man.
Man, what?
Yeah, he flopped. Yeah, he flopped.
Hey, that
Put
boy
Willis
be
and Taz
moving.
in the boo boo room, man. They're picking on our players, man. Put them in the boo boo room.
Motherfucker bow leg. But
Nah,
no,
he needs to turn up the defense though. I agree. He gonna
I don't
have
know.
to.
The Clippers just need to wake up, bro. That's all it is, bro. I'm not worried about the Clippers. They just need to wake their ass up. Like I said, they was on autopilot.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
We got like
That's what I'm talking
Ty Lue
about.
out.
Poke your fucking chest out, bro.
Kurt,
That's what I'm talking about, man.
so you say
That's what I
wake
want to
up,
hear, man.
meaning we need to be winning these games, or I mean,
Yes. That's all I mean. You see how they turned up?
We got
Literally, they was a whole different team. That's all Ty Lue wants. I mean, I can say that about Ty Lue. What he was right about. Like he only said soft because he knows that they're coasting right now. That's all that he knows that shit.
no, I agree. I agree.
They need to wake up, bro. That's all. Bro. They just need to wake up, bro. Because they woke up.
Yeah,
They woke up.
I agree they playing soft. I agree they playing soft. There ain't no doubt about it. But that's on him. You got the coach's job is to motivate the fucking players. That's what BJ told y'all. Your job is not to stand there with your fucking arms crossed and wish and hope and pray. That's not your fucking job. Your job is to get in people's ass, coach the fucking game, switch the lineups, call the right play calls, call the right matchups. That's your job, bro. That's not the player. That's you. You get paid to do your fucking job. That's all BJ telling y'all.
Hey, but actually, and just to interject, what y'all seeing is what I predicted, right? Y'all seeing it that it backfired. What Ty said worked and it backfired, right? It worked because they said okay, but it backfired because they said okay, F Ty Lue. That's what happened. At the end of the game, Kawhi said, "Man, I ain't listening to none of your plays. Don't tell me nothing. I ain't passing the ball. I'm about to win this game." That's what he did.
Right.
So calling them soft, it worked, but it backfired. Now you're not pissed off the dude that's going to be there next year. Oh, what you said? Okay, I'm not even going to listen to you. Now I'm going to win this shit by myself. And that's what happened. And that's going to keep happening. And Thomas was right. Kawhi is going to overrule him. I'm not just on cool because he did, like I said, he started off slow, but he came in and said, man, none of this shit is working. None of it. So I'm going to win this shit by myself. Thank you, Paul George, for doing your job, everybody else. But now I'm just about to win it because we almost still didn't win. Paul George, I'm not even mad at Paul
I'm telling y'all, man.
did Kawhi foul? Did Kawhi foul on that last block? Did he foul?
No.
He didn't foul. That was clean.
Hey, guess what? He came in and started doing what nobody else thought about. Let me just check somebody and block him. So he did that by himself, right? He's like, you know what? Let me stop this dude because clearly ain't nobody else thinking about it. Paul George did his job and all of that. But it took Kawhi to really say, man, I am tired of playing with these low IQ MFers. F the coach, I'm going to win this shit. And that's exactly what he did.
You know what that's called? You know what that's called?
Right there. You
I like that.
What's the 3 words? What's it called?
What's
Flip
that?
the switch, motherfucker.
Oh, I like that. I like that, JM. Cause shit, I think we do got some low IQ motherfuckers on this team, man.
Oh yeah. We got some dumb.
Man, come on, man. On defense, you know why we suck? You know why we bad on defense? Because none of them could play defense. There's only one Terance Mann. Powell is a good attacker. PJ Tucker is just, I don't even know why he's out there. If you just want somebody with body and size to catch 5 fouls, put fucking Kobe Brown in. Like we got better options just for somebody like him. But the rope, man, it was rough. And PG, man, I'm not even mad at him for shooting that 3 because he always shoot 3s. That's the catch with him. He'll shoot. He makes so many of them. I could live with him missing. But so that's the odds of you living off of jump shots. You're gonna make some, you're gonna miss some. So I ain't mad at it because if he would have made it, it would have been cool. He shoots some shits. He got confidence. He don't even care if he misses. He don't
That's
even
true.
care
He
if he
don't.
misses. He'll shoot another one. But he make them. You know,
He's
so
a
I
6'8"
I
Steph
would.
Curry, bro.
He was
Yeah,
5
yeah,
for 7 for
yeah.
3.
He was probably. Yeah, go ahead.
He
Go
was
ahead. I'm
5
done.
for 7.
Damn, he
He was
said he
5
was
for
6'8".
7.
Come
Yeah,
on,
he
Yeah,
make
PG
them.
turned up.
You need to make a header for the show, man. Just put on the fucking thing up there. Just put see y'all in 3 weeks, man. Make that the name of the fucking show for now. See y'all in 3 weeks.
All right. See y'all in 3 weeks.
And the realest,
Hell yeah.
you gonna start
Hell
poking
yeah.
your chest back out. I'm gonna start getting your ass again. Y'all, I need the chest back out. See y'all in 3 weeks, man.
Nobody's worried about the
But
76ers.
because all I want y'all to understand is what all y'all said. We all said good points. We all said the same 3 words, man. When it was time to flip it, the shit got flipped. It's simple. What the really said about going to the basket, this and that. What I said about the coach, what JM said, what Kirk said, what all y'all said the same fucking thing, and I did too. Motherfucker flipped the switch one time to flip the switch. He showed you he can do it. All we doing is wait. And I believe also the rest these motherfuckers are probably a little gun shy in the regular season. Every year they got a season in this fucking entry. Man, they probably just saying, man, fuck this. Let's get the top 6 seed. Fuck this playing hard shit. We need to be healthy. Fuck the number 1 seed. We need to cruise our ass to the playoffs and have some fresh legs instead of wearing our ass out trying to get the number 3 seed. We just need to get in that motherfucker.
If
That's all we got to do.
If one of our star players get injured, man, that'll I feel depleted, man, defeated, man. That's
what I'm telling y'all.
That shit.
Think about it.
That's why I don't even like when BJ speak on that shit, man. I don't even like. Don't even talk about no injuries, man.
We can still win. The way our team go,
but I'm saying that's all they thinking the same shit we thinking, man. They just want to get to the fucking playoffs, man. That's all they want. I promise you.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I do think people is wishing on injuries for this team.
Oh, you talking about all the other Clipper channels on YouTube? Yeah.
I ain't gonna put I ain't saying no other. I'm just saying people is wishing that we get
wishing and praying, man.
I do think that.
Come on, man.
I do think that, man. So
preach, man.
So all that bullshit, I don't wish injuries on players. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
But also,
y'all know what I told BJ last night? Go ahead,
can still win. Last thing, I'm just interjecting. I'm getting out. Even if Kawhi was hurt, our team, our team can still win. We got so many skilled players on our team. I'm a reference just to this. I'm gonna leave that alone. Miami Heat always comes back, get to the Western Conference Finals or whatever, right? They have no stars. They got Jimmy Butler. That's it. They do better. We got more skilled players than they do, right? If you take away Kawhi and say Kawhi or PG, we should still be able to win with the skilled players that we have, right? So the only dominator with that is Miami got a better coach than we do. Like, I don't see when you start thinking that without Kawhi we're gonna lose, then what is the point of saying we got the deepest bench? We got 3 other Hall of Famers. We got Russ, we got Harden, we got PG, we got the average team maybe got 1 or 2. Lakers got 2. We got 4, right? Plus a deep bench. So it should not really matter if Kawhi, God forbid, he do get hurt, whatever. So we supposed to fold, and we still got all these players. See what I'm saying? That's the problem.
That's what I was mad about last year. That's what I was mad about last year, to you. Because I want y'all to think about something. I want y'all to think about it. BJ made a good point about that Phoenix and the Clippers. Y'all remember when BJ told us, man, he said, man, the Suns didn't really beat the hell out of us. Every game was fucking close. Now, you know what I told BJ to add on to that? Brother, if you would have had Terance Mann and Rocco in the game, Booker don't go for 20 points in the first fucking quarter every night, we probably win a lot of those games. And Paul George was coming back the next round. So the series, this fucking season was not over. Tyronn Lue tanked that shit. There's another flaw of him. If he started Rocco and T-Man, that series goes. That's a long series. I'm not saying guarantee we're gonna win it, but damn it, if Paul George, if Westbrook and Norman could give them everything they can handle, and a lot of the games were close in the fourth quarter, it ain't like they was blowing us out. These bitches were 3 and 4 point games. If we stop Booker from hanging 20 balls in the first quarter every 2 seconds, that fucking series is different, man. And that's what JM is telling y'all. The shit, there's players on this fucking team that could do shit that we just don't get to see sometimes because of Tyronn Lue. That series was going 6 or 7 because Westbrook was giving them motherfuckers the business. And I don't even like Westbrook, but they couldn't stop the motherfucker. And if we played any types of defense in that fucking series, that is a long series. That was barely beat us, man. Think about that shit, man.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That's who I want. I want Phoenix, man.
Hell yeah, I want Phoenix. I want Phoenix, I want the Lakers, and I want fucking Denver.
If we can get Phoenix in the playoff, looking at their record, looking at their schedule, because they got a tough schedule. They got a tough ass schedule, BJ. And we do play them towards the end of the season. And if our wins hurts them making that play in, oh man, I'll take that too.
So when Tyson was doing that front running shit, y'all saying Jamal Murray didn't play right last night, right?
He didn't play.
Why in the hell when Tyson comes back in here, BJ, make him change his name to fucking front runner? Because this motherfucker wait till Jamal Murray was out. I forgot about that. That's why I had to double check with the Riddles.
Yeah,
he didn't play. So you come here front runner because Jamal Murray didn't play? And you got the nerve to say change your name to fucking front runner Tyson.
They got a tough. They got a tough schedule, man. They got a tough. I told y'all the Lakers go. The Lakers standing on business. I don't care what the fuck y'all say about the Lakers, man. They getting it done.
Especially LeBron's out too.
They getting it done. But Phoenix, man, they got a fucking tough schedule. And like I say, we get to see them back to back. And if it comes down to them winning them games against us, boy, I hope we.
Let me let you know.
Let me ask you this. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say the only way Phoenix is winning is Grayson Allen keeps dropping them 30 balls. That's the only way Phoenix is fucking winning any game.
The way the schedule's looking, the way the standings looking, Phoenix got to win some games.
Let me ask you this, Dorellis. How bad are the Lakers going to dodge Denver in that first round?
I do think they looking to dodge that. They looking not to get that 8th seed. I do think so.
Well, when they got to win whatever position they in. They got to win 2 games, right? If they the 9 and 10 seed, they got to win 2 games, right?
If put it like this, if they get to that 7 and 8 seed, the league gonna make sure that they get that 7 seed.
Well, they might, and they might catch Denver in the first round because Denver without Murray gonna lose the game. They're gonna end up in the 2nd seed. So there you go. They better not win too damn much because if they win too much and Denver starts losing without Jamal Murray, and they going to, because I've told y'all many times, Joker's a stat machine. That bitch, he ain't doing a fucking thing without Jamal Murray.
Hey,
y'all gonna see it. And if the Lakers fuck around and catch Denver in the first round, so you're gonna have Dallas and Phoenix and Golden State and all these motherfuckers getting beat in the play and going home. Lakers gonna get in and go home in the first round.
Right. So basically, what I'm saying, Thomas, I think the Lakers gonna monitor that 1st seed. They gonna because see, they already know.
I don't think they want Minnesota either, Dorellis. I'm telling y'all, they do not want to see Minnesota size in that first round.
Oh no! And me and Taz spoke on this. Cat's not gonna be back that first round, man. So Minnesota may be a little easier matchup.
Well, if he ain't, yeah, obviously I agree with that. I agree with that if he ain't back. But if he's back, though.
Hey, the best thing for us is Minnesota fuck around and play the Pelicans.
Oh, well, That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, they could, because Pelicans is what? They fifth.
Y'all scared? Hey, y'all
And the
scared of the?
season.
Hey, y'all
How the
scared of the
season
Pelicans,
is,
man?
it's not gonna happen.
No, I ain't scared, but you got to play chess. You got to play
Y'all got me
chess.
fucked up.
JM
Y'all got me
scared,
fucked
man.
up. Hey, Kawhi Leonard's on that court. I'm worried about the Pelicans. Y'all got me fucked
You
up.
don't
This
just
nigga
jump
said
in
a
the
game
water,
is a
man.
game,
You can't
nigga. Fuck you
swim.
talking about?
JM scared, Taz.
Man,
No, you got to be smart. No, you got to
CJ
be smart.
McCollum.
No,
CJ
you got to
McCollum
be
is
smart.
on a guarantee he's gonna be locked the fuck up in that series. I'm telling you now.
Hey,
Kawhi's
I
gonna be
don't
on
want to
Zion's
test it.
ass.
Hey, the odds is in their favor. They swept us. I would rather let them go ahead and face
fuck.
Minnesota. They're in the same position. That's being smart. That's playing chess, fam.
No, I get
Why
it.
jump in the fire? Why the
I
fuck
got
you
a
want to jump
question
in the
before I get
fire?
out of here.
But what I'm saying, JM, how would that be possible?
Because the Pelicans what in sixth, Minnesota is in what third?
No, the
They're gonna
Pelicans
play
is
each
in
other.
Hell no.
fifth.
What you talking
They
about,
in the
Jay?
fifth.
No, Pelicans in fifth. Pelicans in
Yeah, they
fifth,
fifth.
right?
They fifth.
They could fall to the sixth. Where the Nuggets is what third? The third and
Hell
the
no.
sixth play each other.
Denver's first, ain't it?
Yeah, Denver number one.
No, Denver not number one. The
It's
Wolves
Denver.
still number one.
No. It's Denver, OKC, Minnesota.
No, Denver went up number one. Oh, go ahead, Russ. You're right.
What?
Hey,
I
got a
missed
question
that
before I
news
get out of here,
flash.
bro.
They
Hey,
must be that
you
close.
drinking too much fucking
No,
Hennessy over there, bro.
I'm admit,
He
I
drinking like a
didn't know that.
motherfucker over there.
No, I didn't even drinking or nothing. I just didn't catch that. That must have happened like they must be that close that if one of them lose, one of them jump up then.
Right. It's
That how that happened?
It's one game. Yeah, they ahead one
One
game.
game. Okay. No, I ain't got nothing to do with drinking like that should happen that fast. So okay, so they that close that one game could determine where they at. Okay, so that they was third last time I seen it, but now they won one game and now they first. All right. Well,
So
that's
you
a
feel like
different match.
that Pale series is gonna be tough. Again, I'm talking about the
I
Clippers.
think any team against them young teams is gonna be tough. They the ones who beat us. That's reality. Either
I ain't worried about that.
not OKC, except for OKC. We could beat them up. Minnesota and the Pelicans. I'm not even. I'm more not worried about them. I would rather be more prepared to face the Pelicans and the Wolves more than Denver, more than OKC, more than any of them teams. The Pelicans and the Wolves, I would put my target on to really study.
Y'all know how you beat these young teams in the playoffs? You go in that bitch. You knock them motherfuckers in the mouth. Game one, you take home court advantage away from them, and they gonna fold right after that. That's how you handle young teams.
Well, not these two young teams. See, that math don't work. We tried that. You got to come up with something different.
It is going to work because remember, JL, you're talking about teams that look good in the regular season.
Man, they swept us.
Go ahead, say it, Taz. I know what you're gonna say.
Go ahead.
It ain't even on that bullshit. We know Tyronn Lue, all right? Alright.
Tyler, we won game one last year, and everybody in their mama said we was playing like trash and we was going home.
Go ahead, Taz. Go ahead.
So what do y'all think about the inevitable lineup? Russell Westbrook, James Harden, PG, Kawhi,
I'm not going to even lie to you. Like, I mean, because I know
he ain't gonna be able to do that. He ain't gonna be able to do that in the playoffs. I'm telling you, it ain't gonna work.
Wait. Wasn't that the same lineup we went 0-5 with?
Yep.
Man,
0-6.
0-6.
It's coming, y'all. I just want y'all to be prepared. And y'all heard it from me first when it happened, all right?
And so wait a minute, Taz. You actually think Tyronn Lue will start some shit like that, man?
Tyronn Lue will start some shit like
that. He will.
He will. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm not saying he won't. But what I'm saying is how you beat the young teams. You got to remember, they are young for a fucking reason. They not playoff basketball teams. They are regular season teams. You take it, you go in there, you punch him in the mouth. Kawhi hangs a fucking 40 ball on him. You take the home court away from them, and they have to look you in the eye for the rest of the series. They can't. They can't do it. They can't do it. They're not ready.
Hey,
I don't give a fuck what Ant-Man says. When he has to face motherfucker Kawhi in the playoffs, I promise you that motherfucker gonna shut up. I promise you.
I'm just saying though, Tyronn Lue, he is going
My
to go
fault,
with,
BJ. My fault.
especially if we play in OKC.
Oh, you good? You good? My
He's
bad.
going to throw out a lineup out there. I'm not saying they're going to start, by the way. He can throw a lineup out there with Russell Westbrook, James Harden, because he's going to be thinking Russ can keep the pace going. We know how Tyronn Lue is when it comes to offense. He'll play Russ in any situation until he's seen enough bullshit. Then he takes
Right.
That is going to be a possible lineup that we're going to see in the freaking playoffs. How do y'all feel about that?
Bro,
I agree that lineup is going to be on the court. And I told y'all that's the same lineup that's going to force Terance Mann to play in 35 minutes a game. Because when he tries that, like Tan said, when he tries that shit, it's not going to work. They're going to get humiliated. And when that is going to open his eyes, right? He don't see right now he can play with his fucking food and be a smart ass to the front office all he wants to. He can get away with that shit right now. Come play all the time. That bitch is gonna be sitting at home with Coach Budenholzer and some of these other coaches without a fucking job. If he don't win, he can get away with this shit right now. I'm telling y'all, he's not getting away with that shit in the playoffs. He's gonna try it. Taz is right. He's gonna try it. But I trust Kawhi Leonard to override that shit like always. Put his fucking foot down. Because the minute y'all think that Kawhi ain't gonna override some shit is the minute y'all fucked up.
Yeah, but let me interject this. But that was luckily against Philadelphia with no Embiid, right? So that kind of worked in his favor. Now, when it comes to doing that against Minnesota, yeah, but the playoffs is once again Minnesota is my only. I'm not concerned, but you put the target on Minnesota and the Pelicans for one reason. Well, two, three. They big. They young, and them motherfuckers is physical, right? So in a matchup like that, if you play chess, you know, okay, what they got the strongest. Okay, they got physicality, they got youth, and they got size. Okay, what we gonna counter that with? Okay, we got Kawhi.
Playoff Kawhi, Leonard.
No, and then who else? Mind you, I said they got three things. They got youth. They got as in the team. They youth.
They got experience.
Yeah, but sometimes you don't need to be that smart to play basketball. You gotta know how to play. No,
experience goes a long way, man.
Come on, man.
Let me break it down. They got 5 people, right? At least 5 who got talent. Brandon Ingram talented. McCullough talented. Zion is a freaking beast who learning. Like, they team is not like they dumb. They got almost the same team they had when AD was there, right? So it ain't like and then Brandon Ingram is a beast. So it ain't like they slow or nothing. Once again, they big, they young, and they physical. Zion is a force. You can't double team really not like if you break down like I do team scouting. That's their skill. Okay, match it against our skill. We got Kawhi. That's it. Nobody else can match that kind of force. They got 5 people I named. We got Kawhi. So that leaves 4 other people still with the same attributes that nobody on that team can stop. Right? But we got the players, but Ty got to put them in. He gonna have to use that young bitch. Okay, and that goes the same thing with the Wolves. The Wolves attributes is what? They got 2 7-footers that they play at the same time. Then they got Cat. They got other players too, but they got Cat who's a beast, right? A force of nature, and he does whatever he wants. Okay, so what we got against something like that? We got Kawhi.
Man, did you watch Paul George lock up Cat or not? Am I the only one watching this shit?
No, he hasn't. He hasn't did it. They swept us.
Hey,
Remember
handle this conversation.
Yo, they swept us.
Cool.
They swept us. They do.
Paul George locked up Cat the last time we played, brother. Lock
Man,
that
they
motherfucker up.
Do you understand what sweep mean? They swept the series. No, so all I'm saying,
They
brother,
won the
brother, brother.
the game that they won in Minnesota. They won by 1 point. PG shut cat
1
down.
point. That took Kawhi, and that took Kawhi, right? But all I'm saying is,
they JM he shut Karl Anthony Towns down.
well, he did good. But my whole point is not against PG-13. I'm ending with this. All thing I'm saying is we're gonna need our whole team, and I hope our whole team focus on 2 teams, Minnesota and the Pelicans. That's it. We're gonna need a team effort to beat those teams. It's gonna be a total team effort to beat them 2. That's it.
Them teams ain't got nobody to guard all our people, which you basically just said a while ago.
They don't need to when they beating everybody up. They kill us on the boards. Who gonna stop them on the board?
Shit.
They've been doing it. That's why they swept
They didn't do it
us.
last game.
You
Cat got locked up by Paul George. Do you understand that? Locked the fuck up. He got humiliated. He couldn't even post the ball up.
You do know what the word sweep mean, right? They swept us this season. That means they beat us more times than we beat them. So that's all I said is we need to put the target on to study them 2. Because them the 2 that's going to give us problems. That's it.
You want me to tell you how we going to beat these teams?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Beat the teams.
You got to focus on the
Paul George.
Yeah.
You put Kawhi, Paul George, and Terance Mann on the 3 best scores, and you end the series. Because, see, what you see in the regular season is guys who not playing hard. What you see in the postseason is going to be guys that are desperate, thirsty, and want a championship. It's going to be 2 different teams. What we see in the regular season ain't going to mean shit come playoff. The Clippers will turn up the switch, just like you saw last night. When they got ready to turn it up, they turned it up because they said so, not because of nobody else. Now, I understand this Philadelphia. They ain't nobody. Sorry, Andre. But to act like Kawhi is not going to get on Zion and lock that motherfucker up is blasphemy. He is going to lock that motherfucker up.
Then who going to check Ingram? Who going to check the rest of them?
Paul George was guarding him great the other day, too.
And who going to check McCullough?
Fucking Terance Mann. The fuck?
Okay. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know when it's going to happen. It may be game 3 and game 4 before Tyronn Lue decides to get his head out of his ass. That might be true, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Them 3 are going to get locked up. I promise you.
Yeah, that's what I'm rooting on too. I just broke down to what's going to need to take place for that to happen. We're going to have to just override Tyronn Lue for that. You know, because if I'm thinking it, Kawhi thinking it, PG thinking it, so they thinking like, you know what, this is what we're gonna need to do. Have a meeting, you know what I'm saying, like other teams do. Just us players get together. We got to figure this out on our own. Just cut out all that other stuff because Kawhi did it, but hopefully being a leader, like everybody else gonna say, you know what, we need to do what he just did. We're gonna listen to Kawhi. So a leader be different.
That's coming. That's coming. And you know what else is coming? The playoffs ain't about speed.
Hey, they gonna say, you know what? Hey, they gonna say if Kawhi knew that F the coach, then we about to say F the coach. Now that's leadership.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That's the whole reason I ain't worried about none of this shit. Because playoff Kawhi is gonna say, fuck what you talking about, coach. And when he does that, they're gonna follow suit like they always do. Kawhi's only been sent home one fucking time. This playoff, this Kawhi we see now, he's been beat one time, fam. One fucking game. One game. That's 5 years ago. He ain't been sent home while he was on the court. He got sent home because he was in the hospital. They ain't bitches. The bitches that ain't sent him home since then. And until they do that, I got no reason to fear these motherfuckers. Because come playoff time, the game slow down. That benefits the Clippers. The games get physical. That benefits the Clippers. You understand Paul George, Kawhi? They love playing tough physical defense. They just can't in the regular season because the fucking whistle blows every 2 seconds. In the playoffs, that shit don't happen. They let motherfuckers play. So that's gonna actually feed. That's what Paul George said a million times. Fuck, I can't guard nobody. Every time I breathe on them, it's a foul. Guess
Yeah,
what?
that is bad. But PG also starting to get away with them offensive fouls. They catching them with that stuff though. So I don't know where that come from. He do be throwing his elbows out all of a sudden. He never used to play like that. So he
Well,
got like
that's because he's a little older and slower. But again,
yeah,
in the playoffs, I don't believe they're gonna be calling that shit.
I hope it's just not a mental thing, because like 3 times in a row he did it. Like even last night, he clearly pushed off with his shoulder, like he go like bam. Like damn, what you thinking? Like you've been in the league for how many years? Why would you even do something like that? And he does it. So I don't know what he on or something, but yeah, that could be a problem. He picks up fouls really quick.
Yeah, I agree with that foul shit. He does throw the shoulder, but
Yeah,
again, he's expecting resistance from a defender. See,
yeah, but he never used to do that. Like he never picked up. When you know Paul George pick up offensive fouls? That's something that just started to happen. Yeah.
Let me explain to you why. You know why that's happening? Because he's drawing weak defenders he can't lean on. He used to draw the number 1 defender, so when they hit, boom, boom, with the contact, he's got the best defender on, and obviously that defender is strong. So when he hits him with his shoulder, you don't look like a damn flop like this. He's got weak defenders on him, so when he runs in there and hits them, yeah, they're going to fall down because they're weak. But when he's the number 1 option, scoring option on the team, he's got the number 1 defender on the team. When he has the number 1 defender on the team, the impact of the shoulders hitting each other, it don't look as bad. That's why this is happening.
Well, that makes sense, but hopefully him being in the league and an all-time player, he could figure out, you know what, maybe I should not do this as much. You know what I'm saying? If they keep calling fouls, hopefully he'll realize, I got to stop doing this, because he get him in costly times. Like we be on a good streak, we be on a good run, and he'll mess around, come down, offensive foul. Like what the hell? And, so hopefully he'll get over that part. Like you said, could be they switching up on him. He's been aggressive the whole time, but he can't do it. Right now they watching him. So hopefully that's right too. I not crushed the mic. Well, I hope we win. Where everybody at, go clip game, all of that stuff. And you want to see the coach and battle and all that. I guess that's what folks seeing, and it don't look pretty. But we're going to win anyway. New Jersey went through it. Bucks went through it. They got rid of their coaches, whatever. We not going to be petty like that. We just going to win anyway. And that's what it is. So go clip game.
Can y'all hear me? I think I went out.
Yo, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I was good. I think I went out. But yeah, it's like they might be done or whatever. But what time does the Pelicans and what's the name play tonight?
Oh,
who plays tonight? Don't the Pelicans play tonight?
Yeah, they play. Who the Pels play? They play I think Milwaukee. They play Milwaukee. They think that game started already, so I'm gonna go catch that. I think they're playing right now.
Yeah, I'm finna try to find a place to park. I'll holler at you in the morning or after a while.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So that concludes today's show, man. Definitely appreciate y'all coming through. If you guys have not already, hit that like button, hit the share, subscribe. Also, you guys have not got my Patreon. I have started a new Patreon channel. You guys can find that. Go to my YouTube Shorts. and I'll show y'all where actually y'all can find me on Patreon. Also, hit the like button. Y'all come and hope y'all enjoyed the show. Until next time, respectfully say, pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull up, peace. Out of here like swimwear.
I'm feeling good, feeling alright tonight. I'm feeling good now. Yeah, it's all good in the neighborhood, homie. Yeah, living wild. I feel good, I feel alright. Cruising through my neighborhood on a warm summer night. I feel good. That's right, I feel good now. These summer nights. Summer days just sitting around, but when the sun goes down, I'll be ready to party. Them summer nights, keep the top on drop. All the girls looking hot, hit the photo and we just don't stop. Party until the morning light. Ain't nothing like them summer nights. I just kicked it at home. I polished up the chrome, called the Ruka on the phone, let her know I'm home alone. It's 7:30 and the sun's going down. It's a summer night and the fun's going down. I pick her up and she looks all dolled up, sitting passenger in my rag and Paula. Yeah, I let her know that she looks beautiful to me. The world's an ugly place, but she is such a sight to see. The kind of woman that would put up a fight for me. The kind that wants to spend the summer nights with me. The temp was 80 and I'm cruising with my lady, playing some Rafi Bagan. Ooh, baby, baby. I see my homeboys and the cruising in the ride with their ladies sitting by their side. People think we look crazy, but I think we look classy. But then again, that's only if you ask me. Summer days just sitting around, but when the sun goes down, I'll be ready to party. Ain't nothing like them summer nights. Keep the top on drop, all the girls looking hot, hit the photo and we just don't stop. Party until the morning light. Ain't nothing like them summer nights. My homeboys throw in the backyard boogies, so everybody gets together to unwind, relax, and have a fun time. The DJ spinning, so I grab the mic and be like, ain't nothing like them summer nights. The party's packed with beautiful women and the gang of the homies that wanna get with them. And they'll say anything just to hit them. And it's usually a nice summer night when they did them. I don't know, it must be something in the air. Can't help but have a good time because the feeling is there. To some people, the feeling is rare. They're at the past saying, God damn, I wish I was there. To have a drink, have a token, hook up with someone fine, but the kind that looks up. Gotta keep some pisto in the cup. Party until the sun comes up, but we give up. Summer days just sitting around, but when the sun goes down, I'll be ready to party. Ain't nothing like them summer nights. Keep the top on drop, all the girls looking hot, hit the photo and we just don't stop. Party until the morning light. Them summer nights can keep a smile on your face. Gotta try to have a good time with your life, otherwise it's just a waste. Either way, I'm gonna party just in case. Like Prince party like it was 99 and 87, 88. I couldn't ask for no better weather. I'm right next to the Pacific, to be specific. The candy paint job glows under the moonlight as I close out my summer night and say goodnight. It's time to put the top up and park it, drop it, unplug the ground, roll up the windows and lock it. Walk in the pad and fall into bed as she lays on my chest to rest her sleepy head. And we do this all night long, from dusk till dawn. But it's not quite the same when summer nights are gone. But even when they're gone, it won't be long. 8 more months and once again it's on. Summer days just sitting around, but when the sun goes down,